just going to pick it up from where we left off. The only thing that's different is we have Veronica on the Skype. But if I remember correctly, it was dark, right?
Yeah.
And I think the rest of the party was still in the tower.
Yeah.
But Kajal and Morgan had come forward and explored the cave. But literally the moment that they breached the mouth of the cave, a white dragon had cropped up its head. I think, didn't Kajal hit it first?
Kajal hit it, breath weapon happened.
That's right.
Yeah.
And the breath weapon, if I remember correctly, was for 49 points.
Yes.
And I haven't decided whether or not there are maybe lingering injuries for an impact that's that bad. But the initiative order was it was Morgan's turn.
Yes.
So we're going to pick it up from there, Mr. 4 hit points.
Oh my
Is your
God.
action gonna be like cracking
Run the
as you
fuck
fall
away.
backwards?
Yep, and then
Well, so what I imagine the first thing he does would probably be use like just kind of like a free action, kind of use fire magic, to kind of melt a little bit off it,
Yeah.
kind of like burn through it.
Yeah.
He's going to
I would
go.
imagine it would be shocking.
Yeah.
Like for a fire-based sorcerer like
Would
that.
it really be shocking, or would it rather be freezing?
Yeah.
Okay, bad puns aside. He's going to basically go dragon as hard as he can.
no.
So he's basically screaming that, so you all hopefully can hear it.
So you scream.
Sigrun was definitely watching,
Yeah.
and she would be starting down.
Oh, yeah,
I don't know
that's
if I'm
right.
in
Right, because I just asked.
tactical time then.
I will put you in initiative order when you get there.
Okay.
And then he is going to
I
use
asked you what was going on.
first things
Yeah.
first.
Yeah, I mean-
mean,
She'd say either way.
will be so one second, I'm just making sure. Okay. He is going to basically point his hands at the dragon's face, and he is going to cast Burning Hands as a level 3 spell.
Okay.
You have to make a dex save and
And
beat a
He's on the
15.
dragon.
the DC is
They get
15.
you.
15.
Since I'm casting it at level 3,
And it failed with a 14.
you will take 5d6 fire damage.
Yay! Yay!
So it's much rejoicing.
Might be changing my phone.
Again. That's okay.
And I am going to use an empowered spell
Sure.
to re-roll this, and that paid off.
Yeah! Good one.
Mm.
Good one.
I need your
Really
math
nice.
skills, sir.
No, Gary Lake is our human calculator.
22, 25.
25 points.
I'm not done yet.
Okay.
No,
That's your first
yes.
attack.
I'm going to use Quicken Spell to do the
It's
same
the
thing
gargoyles
again.
all over again.
He's
Okay.
doing it again, so another deck save.
Yeah.
And wow,
Unfortunately,
no.
at 20. Yeah, unfortunately, at 20, nothing happened.
It made its save with
Okay,
a 19.
you take half of this, and I'm going to read Empowered Spell again. I'm leaving it all online.
Oh,
Literally
nice.
leaving it all online.
I mean, it's yeah,
That's good.
it's that kind of an
Of an event.
event.
10, 18,
And no wild magic.
23. So, 12 more.
Maybe turning into a potted plant
Like,
would
would
save
be
you.
good, yeah.
Maybe it'd be so confused.
So you did Burning Hands twice.
Yeah, he went basically. I imagine, boom, and then boom.
So okay, so the dragon screeches twice with the flaming outline of your palms up
And he
against
screams
its
to
face.
Kajal,
Yes.
"Get the fuck out of here!"
We're at the top of the round again with Kajal.
Yeah.
Is Agnes making her way down the tower with Sigrun?
Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely.
All right. What is?
Ooh, that
Is
was weird
Madrid
then.
as
No,
well?
We just never
You guys
moved.
are in
We
the
just
garage.
moved
We're
outside.
technically on inside, but
Yeah.
Okay,
No,
alright.
but
I'll be
important
moving as
question,
well.
do we remember what floor you guys are on?
we were on the one under the fire
Yeah.
So you're here, so you're,
to get
that's-
warm again.
That
Yeah.
makes sense.
So
Which
I'm
there
gonna say
gets the
it's 2
question-
rounds to get you down.
That's right.
Okay.
If we've been with the fire for a bit, do we still have? Because we have to get a rest to get rid of our whatever. What was it when the cold?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we still have that, right?
So you're asking me how much time passed when you were asleep?
They're asking if they're
No,
because
because I had
Because
from
we-
when
You are not fatigued.
Because
No.
we thought
No,
out.
because everyone.
yeah,
I think
anyway,
everyone
I
rested.
And
Okay,
it wasn't
'cause-
fatigue. It was chilled. It was.
Yeah.
Well, you know what I mean.
and
Yeah.
now she was been up by the fire for a while, which is why I was asking
Right,
if that
right.
still held or not.
Yeah.
So we're back at the top with you, Joel.
Okay. We didn't do what we thought. What we originally
No, I realized Morgan's going to be a selfish prick and try to care about himself more. That's why he's not doing the shatter on the
Too
wall.
bad.
Too bad. Oh, jeez.
Also, I'm surmising, and Morgan is as well, it's the dragon's turning cold, not the orb. Remember, his theory was dragon or orb.
So-
He sees dragon, he assumes now dragon's causing cold.
I didn't frenzy before because I didn't have a chance to frenzy before.
Okay.
So frenzy.
All right.
My first attack is going to be to shove Morgan
Okay.
off of this
Okay.
while yelling, "Too many brothers died to this beast. You're not going to be one of them."
Okay. That's going to be a strength against his dexterity.
Ooh.
Am I
He
rolling?
would even resist it. Would you?
I don't know.
Well, if you're resisting, it's
I think he'd be caught off guard because he's expecting
okay.
the dragon
then
to swipe.
straight up.
So
Honestly, because he'd be
That
like,
makes sense.
because he told you, get the fuck out, and you're like, no, what?
Yeah.
I'm gonna put a DC 11 on
You know,
that.
I got
I'm
it,
getting
yeah.
flashbacks.
With like a
Ah!
The
18.
last dragon battle.
So Morgan basically takes up Kajal's palm to the center of his chest. Oof! And he falls back, and he falls clean off the mouth of the cave. He takes 2 points damage.
I
when
knew
he
that was
lands.
gonna.
Yep.
So you're at 2.
So, LOL, 2 hit points.
Yeah. What was Kajal's first
First attack
action?
of 3.
Yeah, right.
Because it counts as an attack.
Yes, it does.
So that's
It's an
one of them.
unarmed attack.
Then my first swing at the dragon.
Okay.
Nat 20.
We needed that. Yeah. We
Yeah, I wish I had my fucking sword, which is in this room somewhere.
did. Gotta get it.
Yeah, I know.
You're gonna get
Noah's not fucking around.
No.
Where none of us are fine.
Well, yeah, obviously not, but
But yeah, I'm happy you're not 20.
14.
14.
And then my third attack. Oh, went far away. Probably not good. 15.
That is a miss.
Okay,
So
16
with
probably.
the nat 20 with the double damage, your you have your scimitar
Yeah.
comes down and it actually sort of shears half of it, the horn on the right half of its head,
Ooh.
and its head turns sideways and actually smacks into the rock of the cave mouth.
Nice.
But it recovers
Of course.
and taking wing
Oh.
with a rasping of its tail,
Oh no.
it flies back to here.
Of course.
To its eggs.
The babies.
Sitting there.
But before it does,
Good word.
Bring it on.
it unleashes a bite on Kajal.
Ooh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nom nom.
And a 20, I believe, is a hit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd say yes.
I disagree.
Just agree.
Actually.
actually,
My AC's been
That's
21.
the
That's going to
Actually.
be 21
It's
points
cut in
of
half.
damage.
Cut in half.
So we'll call that 10
So
points.
10 points.
Yep. And then it flies over to the nest, having bitten Kajal.
Okay.
Morgan, you're on your back.
So,
You're very cold.
yeah.
You're very cold.
So use, I guess, half movement to get up.
The rest of you are just about to breach the door at the bottom of the tower.
Okay.
Alright, that's what I was thinking.
Yep.
Alright, so.
Is it still like intensely cold?
Yep.
Or like. Okay.
Yep. Your hand would hurt from the jolt of the blow
Yeah.
from the steel.
Makes sense.
Okay, so he's gonna use a quick reaction to be like, just asking Kajal, how do you feel? Or actually, first, what the fuck do you want to fly?
Yeah. I was going to ask for that later.
You're on your back, so...
No, he used half movement to get
Okay,
up.
so you have movement to get up.
And since I know I can't go up and back down because he likes the idea of being here and just poking it.
Right.
He's just going to basically use basically just kind of slap Kajal basically on the ankle. He's like,
Okay.
go fly.
I'm going to have you do a dex check.
Okay, that's
Make sure
fair.
you can hit him.
21.
Yep.
Yeah.
So you slap his back of his heel.
Because I think I have to touch someone.
Yeah.
yeah.
So he basically was.
Yep. So you slap his back of his leg.
Wild magic though.
Yeah.
Wild magic.
Nope.
So, what
Intense
does...
warmth radiates.
Yeah.
Are you casting fly?
Yeah.
That'd be
Okay.
good.
So,
Pretty
that's, and then he just kind of
Wild
hovering
magic dice.
against the rock,
Right.
back his back to the rock, so he can't be surprised.
What does
Well, at least
Kajal do?
we'll see you.
We'll bust out.
So
The rest of you have now come out the door
Okay.
and into the cold.
Mhm.
Sigrid is flat sprinting
Yep.
towards them.
And being out in the cold, can everybody please do a Constitution check? I just realized, Veronica, you could completely lie about your rolls. You could
Anybody
do nothing
could.
but roll nat 20s.
Anybody
right?
could.
Yeah, any of us
No,
could.
but-
So I got an unnatural 20. Sigrid is on her game because her bros are in trouble.
I got a nat 20, and I've been sucking at my Constitution checks
You're
lately.
sick.
Thank you.
So 12.
If I roll poorly, if she turns into an animal, will that counteract that, or
So what were you going to try and turn into?
it would be like a dire wolf?
Yeah, I think a direwolf probably has a higher Constitution score than you do. So
It has a higher constitution.
it probably does.
No, they're that equal. It doesn't matter.
Just a second, I'll look it up real quick.
I think she just did.
What?
Is direwolf under dire
Not
or
yet.
wolf? Direwolf. Yeah, see,
Thank you.
what's your Constitution, Veronica? What's Agnes's?
It's pretty high. It's 16.
Okay, well then you're actually better off with yourself.
Yeah. Okay.
Let me know if anyone wants chip fiber.
Yeah.
Alright, Jesus.
So it was Kajal's turn.
Alright.
Oh, I got 20.
Alright,
The lies
unnatural
begin.
20, and that 20, and that 20.
I had a 12.
You had a 12, so
Yeah,
you're
I'm not doing so
actually,
well.
you failed your check.
Yeah. Does that mean I have a penalty?
You have disadvantage on ability checks. Okay, can everybody also,
Okay, but remind
can everybody roll initiative to put you, I'll put you in the initiative order.
Mine was 23, by the way.
Your what?
You have to
Constitution,
roll 2
technically I'm
d20s
Oh,
and
right, right.
take
Yeah, I'll
the
make mine
lower.
The lower.
But that's
Okay.
just for ability checks, not for like when you roll to hit in battle.
Right, okay.
That's until level 3.
Yep.
Do you want me to roll
I
for
have
what now?
Roll for initiative, I'll put you in the
So
initiative
just
order.
one.
What'd you roll?
18.
Okay, so you're right after Kajal.
I have a 16.
Stop, bro.
Pretty fried 3.
Oh, man.
Not really well, like.
Okay,
I have an idea.
16?
yeah.
Of course you have to do
And what did Agnes roll for initiative?
Oh, for initiative.
Oh.
14.
sounds
14.
like-
Okay, so the initiative order is
Try
Kajal,
turning off the Wi-Fi.
Maidri,
Better.
Hold on a sec.
That's gonna give you data.
Hey.
Well, if
Well,
you have it down
yeah.
on it.
Megan,
Yeah,
Agnes,
You could put it on mine.
More
Is
than-
she using Skype?
we were
My computer
FaceTiming.
will be up.
Ah, I'll just call her on FaceTime.
what are we talking about here?
You want to do that?
Audio is not that
Trying to
good.
get
Do you
Slide.
have more data?
Yeah, I have
Okay.
unlimited data.
Veronica,
I'm gonna call you on
Beth
FaceTime.
is. I'm gonna hang up with you, and then Beth is gonna call you because
Okay.
the Wi-Fi is being weird.
Sure. Yeah,
Yeah.
I
Give me a
also
second.
have, my Skype will be up in like 10 or 15.
No, it's fine.
I
I
can't.
mean that, I'm thinking that'll be easier on my phone too.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Okay. I can't. Oh, there.
All
Okay,
right,
I'm gonna hang up
trying
now.
you now. All right, here we go.
Oh, you don't have a thingy to prop it up with, though.
Well, we can make do that. Not to worry.
Maybe
Well,
put your phone
Phone
They're
hug! Phone hug!
They're
She is
spooning.
phone and spooning. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
You need to get yourself a pop socket.
I know.
$5.
They're useful in all of the
Has
ways.
one too. I need one.
I have a mount for it in my car, so I can just put it right there.
Alright,
There's the initiative order.
thank
Wait.
you.
You're driving in what?
I'm not.
Okay.
And I will tell you that
You got that.
Like a little
Feldman
thing
Redlock
so that I
has
can
come
put it there,
trotting,
like if I play
trotting
music or I have-
groggily
or I have
behind you
waves going.
into the
Why
cold,
Why did she do that?
and she
Like,
failed
think
her
about face.
constitution.
Of
Why
course
would
we
she do
will!
that?
Like GPS.
Yeah.
She's following Sigrid. As
Oh, that dumb.
I have a
Well,
3.
The
You have to
prisoner is
celebrate.
following us.
Redlock's following you.
Why?
And
No.
she failed her constitution check.
Well, Sigrid's gonna yell at her to stay.
What's her response?
She can't hear
At least
you.
I
Her
got
ears are
one.
frozen.
Okay.
So her
here's the
sensibilities.
initiative order. All right, so it's Kajal's turn. I believe.
You mentioned my sword was in this room. Where is it?
You had caught a glimpse of its hilt and handle in the large pile of metal that is
here.
right there.
Metal.
Yes.
Metal.
Will you add your metal to mine?
That's metal.
Will you pledge your metal to
Do
mine?
you want to show? Do you want to show Veronica
That's
the
a great.
Yeah, do you want to
Topography.
see the dragon and,
Yeah,
and
here
her
you go,
eggs
here you go.
And
I'll
your
plug
and
it
her eggs.
first.
and her babies, soon to be
Oh,
babies?
okay. Here we go. Whee!
You're like a dragon. Yeah.
Whoa.
Yep, there she is. She's guarding her Cadbury eggs. No, they're
They totally are though.
Well, at least if we survive, we have lunch.
yes. Ooh, that'd be nice.
Alright,
Okay,
isn't
what's
the tree
Kajal's
your
up?
vision?
Three of us cooking that.
Sort of. Here, I'm just
Try
going
and
to
slide
slightly
it.
move the
I'm
tree
going to
over.
fly
Probably
Oh,
just
right.
take that
right
tree off.
here.
Uh-huh.
I can't really put myself.
It's 60 feet.
Well, maybe because we're
I have
here.
plenty of
It's not
room.
that-
That's
I'm
a-
gonna need you to make a
Fun.
Constitution check.
It's hella cold.
I figured.
Hella cold? I guess
Hella
I guess like
cold.
ninth layer of hell.
I was about to say, like, old school
Uh,
ideal of hell.
16?
Yeah, you
Dante.
fail.
Oh, yeah,
Shit.
Dante counts for
So
himself.
Dante.
the cold
Person
just
himself.
permeates your entire being,
Okay.
and your eyes begin to hurt.
Dante's hell, which
You
probably
you
draws
actually can
more from
feel-
classical mythology than he likes to.
The big-
He would like
What's this?
Dante's hell.
Oh yes.
Glenn has like a radar for
And
all
you actually
things
your throat
literature
hurts, your
and
eyes hurt, and
mythology.
you know that there's cold radiating.
Did some
from this
research
thing.
in Dante?
And so you are down to your disadvantage on ability checks now.
Yeah, this is the first one. So I'm gonna try to push the fucking thing over and try to break
yeah.
the orb.
Okay, so give me a strength check.
Now
You have
I
disadvantage.
have normal because it
Oh, it
being
offsets,
frenzied,
right.
it offsets. So
It
it's
offsets.
normal.
So it's normal.
It's just straight up.
Otherwise,
Yeah, I know. That's the only thing.
19.
It doesn't move.
you're like,
Fuck!
Of course I don't.
It doesn't move.
Shit. So I gotta break it then.
Now then it's
Do not
going to
touch
be
that.
I need to
Major.
break it.
Do not touch that.
Why wouldn't I?
So Major, when you run out into the
Yes.
night, you actually see this glow coming from the mouth of the cave,
Mhm.
and you actually have line of sight.
I do.
You can see a silhouette in front of the glow.
Okay. 60 meta, I would shoot it, but I know nothing about what we've been talking about. Y'all were talking about what we've been talking about. So,
Yeah.
I just see.
Wait, were you sleeping?
No, meaning that we were. Cause
Only we know about
only
the
they
sphere.
know about the sphere. And
Oh,
then, like,
oh,
they were
you don't
talking
know
about,
what the glow is
right,
yet,
and that
right?
it might be what's making
Yeah,
it cold.
cold,
Right. No,
yeah.
I don't know that. So I just see Morgan. So I'm just gonna make my. And then I'm assuming that's Kajal, because I just see, and there's only one of them out here.
I thought we
So,
did know about this.
so I.
I thought you looked up and saw it, and you told us about what was inside.
No, we were theorizing. I thought.
No, because you looked in, and remember you got
Oh,
the
the
glass to
first
your
time.
face.
You're
The
right.
first time
Yeah,
you
that's
looked
right.
in,
We
you
did
told
we
us.
do know about the sphere.
So we do know about it,
That's
and
right.
I think Seagrin was the one who said, "What if that's what's causing the cold?"
Yeah,
That's
You're
right.
right.
Yeah, that's right.
Yes,
So maybe-
so right.
Yes.
Maybe
This is
we're
why I
right.
took my meds.
So I would- Yes, thank
So
you.
I'd be on the ball.
Thank you for doing that.
Don't you always say?
Well, the Adderall, no.
Okay.
And I took it late because I forgot.
So
I
what's
wanted to
Major
be on the
doing?
ball.
Then
So I'm not gonna
I-
sleep. Yeah, probably.
I'm gonna try and shoot it.
But it was important to me.
So you're at the doorway to the tower.
Yes.
You want to try and shoot the orb.
Uh-huh.
Okay. You.
Where's the ruler?
Yeah.
I know, like I ignore all cover.
No, she ignores 3/4.
3/4.
What?
3/4
And she
I
has a
think
600-foot range.
range.
When I was
Yeah.
in college.
Oh, down girl.
I
Yeah.
had
So there's no range problem there.
Yeah.
Minute.
Yeah, Adderall does
So
that
that's
to me,
60
which is
feet.
why I try not to take it.
No,
so
I'm not worried
late,
about the
but
feet. She's got range.
It's
I have
just
to like try and balance my
what are
knee
you
so I
worried
don't
about?
crash in the middle.
Well,
of,
so
like,
you're
this,
not at any
or
disadvantage
I'll
up to
shift it
600
where-
feet.
No, because she's a
Done.
sharpshooter.
So that's
Sharpshooter.
definitely within 600 feet.
Yeah.
At least I'm not spoiling my days like I was. for
And you
a while
actually
there.
don't quite have line of sight, but I'm going to let you try the shot because you have a sliver of it.
all right.
And if you really are a sharpshooter, Let's see
Shit,
your-
I'm
let's-
proving my
Hey,
metal.
you get 2 shots, so
I
if you
get
miss
2
one, you
shots.
can shoot it down.
yeah.
I actually really like that one.
That's a good one.
What was
Did you
it?
hear me making a John Carter joke earlier?
Yeah.
Well, Christian turned it into metal.
I got that. That's good.
Got to be metal.
I love John Carter.
Oh, no, wait, no. It's a miss. 13.
Yep. In fact, that even misses the mouth of the cave.
Hey.
Shoot again.
Yep. Shoot again. Oop, another miss.
Yep. So Major stops, quickly fires 2 arrows, neither of which actually enter the cave.
I tried.
Then Seagrin.
For action to say,
Seagrin
you
is
missed!
dashing to the
Fuck
cave.
you.
I think that's probably going to get you there, particularly with your cunning action.
The cunning actions and dashes, she
Yeah.
get up 120 feet.
Right.
60's here. So
Mhm.
So I think with the cunning action, you can get up to the.
80. I mean, 90 feet has got her at the mouth.
So if she does a move and a cunning action, you can get to the cave.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
you
you
can
have an action.
Mhm.
I'm gonna climb up.
All right, so you climb up, you find yourself staring into this cave. There's a sort
Like
of
a cold.
multicolored glow that's filling it, and you can see that Kajal is up on this sort of rocky, craggy pedestal
Freezing.
that's in the center of the room, and he's just had his hands around the base, which is as high as he can reach, and you can see that he's been straining away to try and move it.
Well,
but
no, I wouldn't have. Well, I mean, I'm floating, so I would have tried
Okay,
to push
so
it
then
from, like,
you
the
would
best
try to push it,
possible
But
spot.
it's not moving
Yeah.
under his pressure.
Okay. Well,
And
I would say-
by the way,
Yeah.
on the right
there's also a dragon.
There's also a
Is-
dragon.
is a young white dragon that is in
Okay.
front of a nest, and it is glowering at you.
It's missing a horn.
Okay, well, I think Seagrin's going to see what you're doing and guess that firing at it probably won't do much damage with her hand crossbow. So she's going to aim for the dragon instead.
Ooh,
right.
Yay, Secret.
girl!
Smart.
Get her.
Secret, your Minnie's butt sticks way out.
Right? She's like,
She does. It's
It's like the
have you seen
cliche.
my
You know that the sculptor was male.
Yes,
Right.
exactly.
she's
No.
bend and snapping.
Bend and snap. Yes. Just
Perpetually.
She's
Just
twerking.
Nat 20!
Your butt did you good?
It
Now,
did.
is this
Being
your,
drawn by a 90s comic artist paid off.
is this your crossbow pistol?
Yeah, my hand
Crossbow.
crossbow.
Thank you, Rob
It's
Liefeld.
like a counterbalance. Like
Where
the
am I?
butt
Somehow.
causes rage.
I like wrote everything
That's how
out
they-
here
that's how they
because it was
justify drawing
easier
them
to
like
follow.
that.
Okay.
I thought that's when they justified all the belts.
Yes.
So it's only
You know,
1d6 because it's not a sneak attack.
Right.
Yeah, but it's 2d6 because you're not one.
Yeah.
It's a crit.
Yeah, it's great.
So do I roll 2?
Yeah.
2d6 and then add your mods.
Oh. Well,
It's not too bad.
Plus max.
9.
9 points damage.
Better than none.
Yeah, that is true.
So the crossbow bolt just goes right into its the sort of knuckle of its wing, and its wing draws back and it goes screeches madly like that. The dragon actually turns that screech into a much louder screech, into a sort of call that echoes through the cavern.
No.
Oh.
Just.
And
No,
all of a
please,
sudden,
yeah.
Oh, crap.
Yeah,
Oh,
please.
more?
Yep, of
Oh,
course
we're
there's
all
more.
dead.
all
We're
of
all
a sudden,
fucked. This is it.
down,
Thank you
down
for the
from the
cookies.
from
No,
the vents
there's more than
above,
one?
Of course there's more
a
than
second
one.
one comes down like this.
Oh, we're not surviving.
No,
I
we're
thought we were
all,
going to kill one.
we're all done. Thank you for bringing the cookies.
And this one is unleashing a breath weapon
Of course.
on Kajal.
Of course he is. Of course he is.
We're just like, that's the whole game. Of course.
It's just
And,
breath weapons on
I think
Kajal.
you're leaving pretty quick home.
Band,
believe
like,
you
it's
are
like
in
a
the
metal
30
band
foot
name.
cone.
Relay multi-classers into breath weapons.
Good job.
So
Red
there's
weapons on Kajal.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
No. I think that's right here. I'm here. Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
Well, it has movement left anyway because it was
Okay, well,
flying. It has up to 80 feet.
Well, you
so-
move then.
It's going up there.
And then you can get me.
Oh,
Okay.
again.
Now you can
Now
get me.
I'll have your save.
Which is a disadvantage, which sucks. Right? Because that's an ability check?
Even though you're
No, it's
flying?
disadvantage.
No, what are you
No, I'm
carrying
fine.
around?
It's a dex, right?
DC
I
15.
find those everywhere.
Mhm.
Comes in
15 exactly.
Holy shit.
Boy.
Alright, let's see.
What?
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 On say in
We need
Alabama?
Deus Ex
What?
Machina.
Yeah, we fucking.
Can we get the
do.
party member Deus Ex Machina?
Machina? Wait, Veronica, you're almost like an
Damn,
omnipresent
that's
god.
not out.
She's a
Call
dire
for
wolf.
you.
Maybe
Damn,
she'll
that's not
be
out.
like
There's a
that.
call for
Please
you on
save us.
911.
That's right.
Who, me as a person?
Well, yes, you as a person. I mean, it would also be good if you as a character could do that as well.
Since Jen not wanting to piss on any idea,
18 points.
just says both.
After being
please.
cut in
Both,
half.
both is good.
26
Both
points.
is
I'm
good.
actually.
So you all
Stars are right.
Not even you all. It's Sigrid and
yeah, Sigrun watches as this cone of hoarfrost just comes from the gaping maw of this relatively small but clearly ferocious dragon, and it comes up in a cone and actually for a moment envelops Kajal, and when the hoarfrost clears, he's completely covered with like icicles and
And he is hoary. My favorite adjective in
Yes.
middle school.
the
Veronica,
other
what were
dragon.
you gonna
Wait,
say?
is Agnes?
Level word. I remember reading that in like Devil and Daniel. No.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
The
Yes.
other dragon is going
Anyway,
to.
Was Agnes doing
Wait,
fine?
wait. Nika is trying to say
no, the
something.
dragons aren't done though.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
I feel like at this point, I have a question in terms of where Agnes is positioned.
She is just at the base of the tower.
She's right here. Can you see my hand?
Yeah.
She's
Can
right
I
there.
see like orb shit
Yeah.
going on?
Yeah, if I-
yeah,
I think
Agnes
she's
is,
asking if
If I could see it, then.
Oh,
yeah, Agnes can actually see the mouth of the cave, and she can actually see Sigrun outlined in silhouette in the mouth of the cave, and beyond that, she can see Kajal at the pedestal of the orb. No, but all this is 80, 90, 100 feet away.
Okay.
Here, I'm gonna like shift you slightly.
So yeah, so what is Agnes gonna do?
Yeah. So
Yeah, just
she sees an orb and she sees Kajal struggling with the orb. Is it glowy?
Yeah, it is, of course. Yeah,
Very glowy. Extra
Of course,
glowy.
it's an orb. Why would
it's
it
an
be
orb.
It's an orb!
What do you expect to do? Sit there and nerd?
Nerd!
She's within 120 feet of it, right?
Yep.
She's gonna cast Dispel Magic.
Whoa.
We should check the
And she's gonna
distance.
cast
Wait,
it
where is
at... I attack it.
They're
So
checking the. Hold on, they're checking the
Checking the
distance
distance.
just to
That's
confirm.
That's
third
60
level
feet.
spell.
Not
Spell
quite.
magic has 120 feet.
Yeah, I know.
Nope.
You're not
gonna
quite
make
there,
it, Not
Nika.
quite
You
there
gotta
yet.
run
Okay.
some.
Wait, well, she hasn't moved. She
She
can't
can
get her
Doesn't
move.
move yet. She
Move.
You can move first.
What's her movement? Probably 30.
30.
30.
Got to move it.
It might be just enough.
Can I move
It
stealthily?
actually won't be because
You don't need to.
I don't think you need to.
There's two
Yeah.
dragons
Yeah,
trying to.
yeah,
There's
yeah.
two dragons eating
Yeah,
Kajal.
no,
You're
she's
fine.
got it.
Yeah,
You
You
got
got
it.
it now.
So
You
far.
moved, so you're good.
Alright.
Cast away.
Okay,
Yeah.
Dispel Magic.
Any spell of third level or lower on the target ends. For each spell of fourth level or higher on the
that
target,
means
make an
that
ability check.
She
using
nat
your-
one.
It doesn't.
No!
So unless it was third level or lower, it failed.
Yep, it failed. So it actually failed, and you actually feel this chill of cold
Oh,
come up through your fingers and up through your arms,
It affected you.
and I need a Constitution check from you.
Don't use that same die.
Yeah.
Ever again.
16.
Yeah, okay, so you managed to endure the cold without harm.
Sorry, no, 15.
Yeah, you managed to endure the cold without harm. That means it's Morgan's turn.
Alright, he is going to basically, he's going to peek over, kind of like just so he can get his arms over, and then he's going to be like, fuck, 2 dragons. And, oh, definitely.
Definitely.
You're gonna do a Quigley? In the world of snipers, that's called a Quigley.
He's just gonna basically, because I imagine like there's enough cave mouth that he can like kind of perch over it with the secret not being away. He's just gonna look at you and be like this. Do you mind if I piss them off?
Go for it.
I'm gonna fireball the eggs.
Yeah!
You wanted to kill us
I
all!
always wanted to have a dragon omelet!
Do you actually have line of sight on the eggs?
It doesn't matter. It's
Well,
a huge,
Oh,
like,
it's a
So
fireball.
it just would.
Yeah.
It's a fireball.
It
So
doesn't
honestly,
hit
And it
the
goes
wall,
off
though.
right.
here.
Right.
Yeah. I
Well,
see
he's gonna
what you're
hit this dragon anyway. Primarily he's hitting this dragon, and he just doesn't care if the eggs get in the crossfire.
We're all gonna
Die. We're all gonna die.
We have 2 dragons. We're gonna die anyway. I might as well take out as many things as possible.
Yeah, may
I
as well
support
stop
this
their
They're progny.
So
Right,
Um,
this is true. Okay.
it's 150
Alright,
feet
I'll be okay
range.
with
So
this.
basically, the only thing that has to make the save would be anything caught within 20 feet of the dragon I heard already.
I was in the egg.
Yes, I have
So the
to
eggs-
say.
So are you aiming for the dragon?
He's aiming for the dragon, but
No,
And
when
the
the-
eggs are
He
like,
knowing the-
collateral.
knowing the eggs are collateral. That's why he asked, "Are you okay if I piss them off?"
Right. Okay.
Uh-oh.
What's the
Did we
save?
lose her?
No, I think that was her loading.
Oh, okay.
loading.
Oh, she was sighing. It sounded like a Skype call
wanna
ending,
use
even
Skype
though we're
now?
not on Skype.
So did the dragon? Oh, it's a 15.
It failed.
Yes!
Good
It
too.
failed,
By
Nico.
2
It failed.
points.
2 points. By 2 points.
So it's gonna take.
But wait, I mean, if we do live,
The dragon failed
the
the
three of
saving
us are
throw.
going to make the most
It's gonna
banging meal.
It's
Oh,
gonna
God.
Out of those eggs.
It's gonna take 8d6 fire damage.
smaller dragons, right? And he
Do
has
you want to show her
fire.
the setup now?
This is
Yeah.
the smaller one. Here, I'll show you.
Yeah, show her what's going on down there.
I can take pictures
Oh, yeah, you do.
before I die.
Before we die. Before we all die.
Here's
I left everyone.
No, it's true. If I get knocked out,
Here's
it's
Secret
under
and
20
Morgan.
or under
Yeah.
0, I'm gonna freeze you.
Uh-huh.
here's Kajal covered in hoarfrost. Tori
Okay.
Kajal.
Poor Kajal.
Dragons and
Oh
eggs.
my gosh.
Here's
I'll
you
be right there.
right
I'll be
here.
right there.
And here's me.
Gonna use empowered
That's
spell.
pretty much it.
Oh, okay. Didn't really help.
Dead
It
giant.
gave me 1 extra.
It helped a little bit.
Do you
Is
feel
this
like you're
fire
having a
Yeah.
panning movie shot?
Ten.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Some Lord of the Rings shit. Aerial shots.
People.
Wide pans.
I don't
28.
think I'm double fisting
28
coffee and
points,
beer right now.
Woo! 28.
28 points, fire damage. And then he's basically gonna use the best move to go like this. So he went, popped up, fireball, popped back down.
Of course.
So he's like,
Okay.
What's the effect here?
Yes,
Yeah,
what
that's a
happens?
good question. So that was 28 points damage.
Well done.
That is
They're very happy.
going to be. Yeah, so there is this sound of these kind of explosions in the corner.
does it make it any warmer for Kajal?
Actually, you notice the fireball contracts far more quickly
Mhm.
than you usually do because there's something in this room. But there was such an epicenter there that you actually can hear the eggs sort of pop open,
I hope they're not.
and the nest catches on fire.
Yeah.
Damn.
And the screech of the dragon behind it, and the dragon's tail is actually on fire.
Aye-ya.
But literally,
Yeah.
then the fireball is gone.
Okay, I'm putting you down
Oh.
because I gotta make Manjue move.
Nothing.
Good job. Top of the
Wait,
round.
hey,
No.
hey, hey, hey!
Oh, sorry, Mother's Way.
Way.
Excuse me, excuse me.
Hey, hey. No
I just
way.
remembered you're
Manjue's
bald
like
right now.
chopped liver.
You're
No, he's
No, at this point, he's probably got.
Classic peach fuzz.
Because
he probably
Alright.
has like beard slightly thinner than this, and like probably crew cut hair at this point.
Alright, what is
Because it's
one
been
inch
like
again?
almost 10 hours.
So that's basically 60 feet.
60 feet.
This is 6
I imagine.
Yes.
So since
Alright.
it says
Still
it-
looks ridiculous though.
If I do
Oh,
if I do a double move, then I can't.
because I imagine it says it.
I'm gonna do a double move because I have nothing that
You
works
have
that far.
45 feet.
Right.
I have-
You
so
have
I can do
90
90,
feet. You
yeah.
can actually get up
Right up
beside
there.
Seagrin.
So freaking fast.
Alright.
Yeah, so you can get me.
So
I
Seagrin,
am a
you
badass.
Seagrin, you actually hear and
Flips,
feel.
flips over Morgan and lands in the
Well,
I
as
wish
he-
I could actually.
Actually, as he was flipping, he'd be like this. There's 2 now.
So that's your full move.
That's
your
all
full
I can
move.
do, right?
Yeah.
Now I can just get blasted by the motherfucking dragon.
You know what? We might as well all die
Okay.
together.
Yeah.
Attempt number 2 to break this fucking thing.
I have
So I'm
50
gonna
hit
fly up
points
to
right now,
the
so
orb itself,
Strong.
At least there's
right
that.
here,
Feeling strong.
and just swing at it.
Trying.
Okay.
Just keep making
I'm going to use Reckless Strike because
Okay.
I can't fight
Which I have
that.
to do
So,
at a disadvantage.
Oh.
For the now, anyway. I'm
Pretty
gonna have
He's gonna
I'm glad I did it.
Your disadvantage is only on ability checks.
We're
16
talking about Constitution.
So
Oh, okay.
to hit.
you're 60. That is a hit.
Okay.
That is a hit.
But
Uh-huh.
Try 9 damage.
You actually feel your scimitar bite into the orb, You actually feel the keenness of the blade hit the spear. There's this incredible shock of light. This kind of painful
It's her
jolt
text-
comes up your scimitar. Your scimitar shatters
I knew it.
from the cold,
Okay.
and you're tossed back. Now, are you flying or are you not?
I was flying. Yeah.
he
So
was
then you're
still
tossed back into the air.
Okay.
Right.
Are there any? What's happening? Because I have 2 more attacks and lots of movement.
Yeah, but your scimitar is
Yeah.
broken.
Punch things.
Punch
So
things.
you sort of
I
projected
punch
about
things.
10 feet back.
Okay. What's happening to the orb?
Nothing.
Nothing.
It's like a very
All right. Let's see.
powerful magical
9,
thing.
10, 15 feet gets me to the pile.
Yes.
Where's my sword?
Where is it?
So you actually look down and you can see the hilt and the handle and the pommel and the guard of Panther's Claw sticking out of just a mass of. There's goblets, necklaces, rings,
Okay.
rusted metal of all kinds, platters,
Okay.
strange boxes, but you can see sort of near the center is the handle.
Grab it.
Is there a
You pull it
single
out
one
and
ring?
you find that about
An emblem
a few
here?
inches from the
Necklace?
guard, the blade is broken, and it's
Every fucking time.
and it's a clean break.
No.
It's not shattered. It's a clean break.
Like
Is
someone
there
did
like a
deliberately.
Is it like
section
a
of it
nib?
left? Is there?
There's
Well, something,
but
something.
it's square broke, and it's
Square
probably a hand's breadth.
But there's a blade there.
There's
Something
something there.
Theoretically.
Yes, theoretically.
Like swingable.
It would be like a dagger.
Okay,
He's
I'm
saying
gonna
it's like this
fly back up and do
Okay.
it. Swing with the dagger handle of dragon.
It's more like
Panther's Claw.
Panther's
Okay.
molar now.
The swing.
Okay.
Panther's canine.
Did we
Nat
lose
20.
Yeah.
Oh!
Okay. We lost Veronica.
You lost
Oh,
Veronica.
no, we lost
She's-
Veronica.
No, I'm just.
You paused
I
her.
hear you.
She's paused.
I did not pause her. I didn't touch it.
Maybe the connection's not that great.
It says
Oh.
screen. It says pause.
Well,
on
Can
the
you
screen.
see us, Nika? Hold on.
There we
Oh,
are.
there you are.
Okay,
There you go.
Okay.
So you
It's
you
because I was
actually
calling her and it was going up on her phone instead
Oh,
of
I
her.
see. So you actually bring it down. You make a perfect
Hold on.
strike, right exactly the same
Hang on.
spot that you had struck with the scimitar, and then there's an image that flashes across the orb, and it's text, and it's Nordic.
So I can read
You
it.
can recognize
What
it.
did
You
it
taught me
say?
how to
What
read
did
And
it say?
it says item already
Oh, yeah,
drained.
I remember that.
Wait,
It's a good
wait.
thing.
Can you repeat that again?
Item
it says,
already
It says
drained.
item already drained.
So does it feel less cold in the room?
That's all it says. That's all it says.
But I'm asking, does it feel less cold in the room?
Not instantaneously.
Whoa.
Okay. All right.
That's your turn, I believe.
Well,
Double phone
actually,
call.
All right,
Much
should I
better.
call
Yes,
Start
we
it
have
off your phone.
I have one more attack
You're gonna
technique.
move.
Okay.
I did.
You have free action and grabbing, and I'll
Yeah.
let you have that. Then you have movement
You see me?
back,
Yeah, that was 15 feet down.
and then you have one more attack.
Yeah, but I still have movement left.
How much
Wait.
movement based on the flying?
I would say 30 because you get 60 feet of movement. It was 15 feet down, 15 feet back up.
Okay.
So I'd have 30 feet left.
Okay.
So if I think it's broken, I'm gonna go here.
Right.
Do you still need me?
Now I'm done.
Hot time to power those.
Now you're done.
Veronica, say some things.
Oh,
I'm here.
That's plenty loud.
Yeah.
pretty loud.
Okay, cool. 'Cause then I can
You're
just pick up
here.
the space
You're
here.
clear.
Okay.
And
And then they threw with it.
Mandry, it's
Why
your
do
turn.
all my
It's my
magic
turn.
points?
How's your
I'm
visual?
like
I
she-
can't see
She's
what
here.
you see.
She's clear. She
I
needs
see
another
more than I
beer.
saw before. I'm like higher.
Yeah, because the camera's up.
You want
higher.
something to put
Yeah.
that on? Will that help?
Well,
Yeah, just take
Okay,
that.
tilt
put
it
up on
down.
there.
This is good. This
You're good.
works.
You're good.
All right, we're gonna give you options. We'll try A
Okay.
and B. Like you're at the eye
Eye
doctor.
doctor, the
Okay.
worst
It's
thing.
So cute.
So-
A
version better A,
A.
or B.
I think A is better actually.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, wait. Now try this one.
I think
better.
it's
B or C.
Okay.
Okay, is that angle that angle works?
What are you doing, Major?
So wait.
Okay.
I think she already sees.
I am going. Do I?
I swear to God.
Notice like any of.
Yeah,
Like, where
there's
there's-
flashes of light.
So
there's attacks. There's.
I'm just gonna keep. I'm gonna double move.
Okay, so you're gonna dash.
Mhm.
That's now you're a 50-foot move, right?
Yes.
This
So-
guy is
So
on fire.
That's 8 inches.
I was
if
like
you wanna
here.
measure it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Wrong. So like.
Well, you've lost your line of sight on what's going on.
Yes.
Right.
Yes, I know. Yeah.
Okay. Anything else? Any other action?
Well, I'm gonna shout. What's going on? As I usually do.
And-
There be dragons!
Take it easy.
I'm good. Okay, so Sigrun,
Okay, this time.
a lot going on there, but
Thanks.
fortunately you're able to see it all.
Sigrun's gonna shout back to Maedry, there be dragons!
Shit.
Yarr!
Yarr.
Whatever.
Those are good.
I'm on.
Okay.
The price was right,
And she's gonna fire another bolt at the one that was the injured
Okay.
one.
Right.
too. The one I'm trying to set on fire.
Mama dragon.
Yeah.
Is this the baby daddy?
Nope,
They're
no
both
hit.
children.
I missed.
Children. Oh,
I
God,
rolled a
where's the-
3, so.
Where's their planet?
Down.
So, any other attack? Any other move you
Hopefully-
want to make?
Away for the weekend.
Um,
Shit. Oh, there it is.
Well, the parents are away. Kids play.
With about 3 dozen dwarves. And some giants.
Their version of a house party. Left quite a mess.
Yes, indeed.
she's gonna stay where she is for now.
Okay. The
She doesn't have a sword or anything for close range.
Oh, shit, right? Oh, crap.
Well,
Oh, crap.
now.
Hope you
If you have a
kill each other.
No, they both do breath weapons. Do they hit each other?
That's what I was saying.
Important question.
They're,
I
they're
have a
probably
question.
immune to ice.
What?
To be
Mhm.
fair.
I have a dodge missiles feat of sorts.
But I feel somewhere
Is
else.
that does that only apply to actual like
Yep.
bolts and
Yes.
things?
Actual objects.
Alright.
Not a breath.
Okay.
Never mind.
So
question,
the
though. I
one
would've thought the
is
same thing.
this. Which way is
Or at least
Kajal
wondered
facing?
something.
I was looking towards this one, so I
Okay,
was
so the
looking.
one then would be flanking you.
Woo. Does it matter with the weapon? Unless he's not using a weapon.
It's biting you.
Okay, cool.
So I would have noticed.
I might need the stats.
Yeah, I
All
can give
three
you.
of its attacks actually.
They're 1d6.
Oh,
Ooh.
fuck, man.
Is that pursuing
Okay,
them?
you're in trouble
Let's ask
here.
questions.
Alright, so
Yeah,
its
that's
bite
questions.
actually hit.
What are you doing?
No.
And its bite does.
Get cut in half.
You're still frenzied, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so its
You're over
bite
here now.
does 18 points damage, but that's
So
half of
9.
9.
Oh, Jesus.
We're
Its
coming!
claw does. Hang on.
Up there. I was about
Its
to cast.
claw its first claw does 6 points damage, so that's 3. And its
it out.
second
Slow
claw
it down.
does that's
Whip it
gonna be
That sounds good.
13 points, so that's 6 points.
How much you got left?
Dude,
Am I
yeah, where are
a
you at?
phallic woman in this moment?
Oh my god.
And the other dragon hasn't gone yet.
No,
Every time!
every god's
You do this to
damn
yourself.
time.
I feel sorry for you.
Hey,
and
man,
don't
I
feel
just
sorry.
read
You
your
need better armor!
I don't wear armor.
You need armor.
Barbarians are arguably better.
I need
than
higher debts.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
that's true.
its bite hits.
You need some spells.
You need to learn magic somehow.
That wouldn't be in character.
No,
I know,
it's so out
But
of
it would be
character.
useful.
7 points
I'm
damage,
under.
Yep.
and its second claw. They're basically mauling you.
Oh, yeah.
They're mauling you.
No, the
Well,
question
no,
is,
well, this is important now. So,
do you take
You would be
do you
so
take
scarred.
axes when you're down?
Yes.
No.
No.
no. Why would I? I'm not frenzy on me.
That's fair.
That's right. The moment you lose consciousness, you're frenzied.
More importantly, every attack that hits me, now that I'm under, is a failed death save.
So that's
Oh, fuck.
Damn.
8 points damage.
So that's a fail. It's just a failed death save.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'm down one already.
So, Agnes.
Your turn, Nika.
It's you.
It you.
Do you need us to pick you up and show you where you are?
What? Yeah, tell me what happened.
You are right
This
here.
may be my death, and this isn't a terrible death. So,
No, it's pretty baller.
You have
Christian's hand.
especially if you guys live and it's because I destroyed the orc.
He's Vanna Whiting for you as best he
Can you
can.
see that?
She's
Ethan?
loading. I'm not sure what's happening.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
No,
okay.
that's been. It's just
been
been
doing
doing
that.
that the
Oh,
whole
okay,
time. I
cool.
really don't know why. I'm just
You
letting
see
it.
a small little halfling about 10 feet in front of you.
Mhm.
You see me looking at a wall,
Bring it up the rear.
30.
and you see
20
two of your friends sitting in the cave mouth, and maybe you hear Kadral's screams as he went down. I don't know.
Do I see dragons?
No,
No.
you're not to the
You do
cave
not.
yet.
You just see
No.
Monjway and Sigrid in the cave mouth. And Morgan below.
But Sigrun did yell back to Madry that there are dragons, so you know.
Yes.
Yeah, you would
You
have.
know there's
You
a
would have
plural.
heard that. You'd know there's
Yeah.
dragons.
That's great.
Isn't that
That's
the
great.
best? Very best.
I have a question. When I cast the first attempt to dispel magic,
Yeah.
did I feel like it was something?
Well, no, you didn't because
Like-
you was too far.
Sorry,
Oh, no,
I
you
can't
failed
hear
it.
you.
Yeah, you
Good,
failed
failed.
it the first time. Yeah. What about it?
Did she feel anything? I think she's asking if she felt kickback.
Yeah,
you
did
felt.
I feel like it was something I could do? Like, did I feel like it was my failure, or that this isn't something?
It's like out of her depth.
Yeah.
I think it
impossible.
was out of your depth.
It's out of your depth.
Yeah.
What?
It was
It was
out
out
of
of your depth.
it was out of your
Okay.
power range.
In that case, I don't know. I feel like at this point she would take like a second to sort of roll for wisdom, like a divine natural wisdom, focusing on her druidic
Okay,
focus.
give me a wisdom check.
So she gets nothing. She doesn't know. She's
Jesus
out of her
fucking
depth.
Whiting. It's okay, you're like the rest of us.
You're Jon
okay.
Snow.
She's totally lost and fucking up.
You really,
Okay.
just need to
Really scampering right now, but she's gonna have to run closer.
All right,
If
so
there's nothing
a
else to
double
do.
move. The double move will
You
take
thought
you
you were
to.
going
To the-
beat you then.
Yeah,
What?
I think a double move takes you to the mouth of the cave.
Yeah, it should.
You can
Because
fit
people
up
farther
in the
back have
mouth
done
with
double move
Sigrid
that
and me.
man.
And
Well,
we
the
could
best
all
way to-
fit, even though
I
our
don't
minis
think
will
she
fall.
needs to go in the mouth of the cave. She
Okay.
doesn't have enough hit points to survive this.
You get right to the
Oh.
cave.
But she
Yeah,
can be
right there.
in there enough to duck and cover.
Yeah, you're right by Morgan.
You're right by Morgan.
You're right by Morgan. So Morgan.
Hold.
Morgan's holding.
I can't get in.
Manjue.
Okay,
You just saw
Is
Kajal
there
Yeah.
like I'm having a hard time hearing everyone. Is there any speaker situation we could?
Oh,
Okay,
you know
we
what?
can
I
switch back
actually.
to
How's your battery on the
What?
on that computer?
It's good. I mean,
Yeah,
but
you
the
might-
problem isn't. The problem isn't her being heard by us. It's her hearing
no,
us.
you got a mic?
Okay. I brought my. I'll plug my laptop in. That I did bring.
Oh, good.
Well, she has headphones. She
No,
can
it's
pop
okay. I
headphones
think you're
No, but if she has her headphones in, she can't. We can't hear her or something.
He's gonna
like
add
that.
a
She doesn't
speaker
have-
to
she doesn't
pick
have
up
the Apple
us.
ones.
Yeah.
I hope I can plug that into my laptop
It's
though.
a USB.
Nope.
I don't have a USB.
Really?
But
yeah,
this-
the new one. It's
Does
nonsense.
this have a USB?
No.
That's mine. It
Oh,
doesn't
that's
have one.
What? Yeah. It's
That's
not.
crazy.
All right. Well, we have other laptops.
Or we could just go back to using the phone.
Here.
Yeah, like I hear Gina very clearly with her resonant
Why don't you
ass
move her?
voice.
Why don't you move?
Here.
Yeah, just position
Come
her
here.
sort of.
Come closer.
Yeah, come
Come
closer.
hither. That might solve a lot of it.
All right.
And she's
What
probably
about this?
And also, her character's
Say
right here
something.
anyway. So.
Is
Other
it? Is
people.
Yeah,
it? Is
that's
it?
better.
Is that better?
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah.
Can you hear me now?
Hi, Veronica.
You get to be where you never would be,
Okay.
Yeah, right?
sandwiched in between
Big
Jin and
bang.
me. Okay.
Okay.
Monjway.
So yeah, what's Manjue doing?
All right. Monjway is measuring. Actually, that's his measuring.
Are you,
Yeah,
trying, are you trying to get to
Manjue's
Kajal?
I'm trying to get to this dragon.
Jordan.
All right. What is that?
That's 60 feet.
60 feet.
To
I
me.
don't think I.
That one problem.
It's 60 feet to me, so that's like 40 feet to the dragon.
Maybe push it in from on the table a little more.
Are you trying to attack the dragon or save Kajal? What are you trying to do?
I'm trying to attack the dragon. I have no save cajole ability.
No
Whatsoever.
save Kajal ability.
He's beyond saving.
Yeah.
Give me a second.
Oh, man, it went
Besides,
down to
if
two
I can-
dragons.
You
That's
did.
not a bad way
I
to
gotta
go.
get the dragon out of the way if I'm gonna save cajole. Give me 1 second. Gotta get to my page.
Especially if
My favorite
Lord is
page.
broken. You guys don't even know that I saw the message either.
Nope.
Damn it.
We
Here
don't
we
know
go.
that you
Okay.
finally your reading lessons finally paid off.
Right?
So what I'm gonna do is
What
hop
word
down so I
message
can
is
get
that?
within 30 feet.
Okay.
Is that me? Am I grabbing myself?
Yeah, that's you.
That's
I'm grabbing
me.
Sigrid.
Turning me all the way.
Sorry.
No, it's fine.
So you come down.
Oh well. Okay. So I come down. Boop boop doo. Like right
Making
here.
those sound effects.
Are you gonna flank that
Shut
dragon?
the fuck up, everybody. That was an awesome sound effect.
Flank
Yeah,
it.
I'm flanking and I'm casting Fist of Unbroken Air.
Yeah.
I'm gonna use.
You love that spell.
It's a good one.
Hell yes, I
It's a
do.
great spell.
It's my really great one. The other ones
It's a
are
con save.
hail
isn't
and conserve.
Yes.
Yes, and I'm gonna use a third key point because I have 6 right now.
it? Okay.
So yeah, so basically you
Put it on
just
the table.
you need to make a strength saving throw against
And
my 14.
it doesn't matter. It did a 2. So.
Yes! Woo! Okay,
Fuck it
and
up.
then you need to do
Okay, okay.
4d10 bludgeoning damage.
40.
Yeah. And it's gonna get pushed
Right.
20 feet away.
Not good for Kajal.
No, I mean, well,
Can I say that I'm like,
you have the
This
movement.
way, so I can push it that way?
You have the movement, so yeah.
yeah, I would have done that.
It did 14 points damage.
Wait,
Okay.
40, 10, and only do 14?
Damn.
That's
Damn,
terrible.
stupid dragon. Alright, so we go 5, 10, 15, 20.
That's a terrible one.
Bye, bitch.
My bitch, sort of.
Sort of, for the moment.
So
Better than nothing.
Is that your-
Better than nothing.
And I knock it prone! I forgot about that.
Oh,
Oh,
put it
nice.
on its back.
That's
Yes,
important.
It is knocked prone.
That's very important.
That is.
Now, bye,
That's auto
bitch.
hits.
That's better.
At close range.
Okay.
I think Kajal needs
Alright.
a death save.
I was
Yeah.
gonna unhold then after.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yes.
Unhold.
Yep. Unhold.
Because she's moved, so you can move up
Yeah.
there now.
So he's just gonna
Wait, you're
pop.
sitting at 2 health too, right?
Yeah. So he's popping,
The best person to do
popping up. Sees a dragon prone.
Yes.
Mhm.
Sees Kajal.
Yes.
Also
Gets
prone.
mad.
Yes.
Use my last point to get back a spell slot.
Yeah.
Fireball him.
Okay.
Nice.
So he has.
Anything for your butt.
So it's
Dragon
a,
gonna
what's it's
die.
a dex save, right?
It's a dex save.
So he
And it's
fails.
at disadvantage.
No, he fails.
Oh yeah, it's prone.
Automatically.
So,
Prone.
So 8d6 fire
So you
damage on
did
that.
really well, actually.
It was
No
perfect.
whammies, no whammies, no whammies.
It was a good idea.
Big money,
It was
no
a good idea.
whammies.
Mr. Unbroken Air is always a good idea.
It's not a
Never
bad
mind,
roll.
a good
Looks
idea.
okay.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
It's 8d6. I ain't gonna complain.
24. 24 points.
And no wild magic, but yeah, 24 fire points.
So
And then rest of
yeah.
the movement will pop back down.
Okay. All right. So that was
That's like
What
some
spell
video
did you
game
cast
strategy
Fireball.
right there.
Fireball. So it went off right on top of it and
Yeah.
engulfed it again. And once again, you see that the fireball did not last as long as you expected it to.
Didn't last any longer due to the orb thing. I don't know that, but
No, it didn't.
okay. So my
so
theory is
maybe it
confirmed.
didn't work. Oh.
So he will go to Agnes. Get this: the dragons caused the cold.
Well, man. Oh well.
No,
That's it.
that's it.
That's it.
Ew.
Yay!
Made it.
Yay!
Yay!
Maybe.
Me?
Yes.
Going to where's the ruler?
Oh, here you go.
Cool.
You'll
Are
be
you
on
a
the
little
grid.
I'll make it.
information?
You'll be on the grid.
Oh, soon.
You're like, where's the ruler?
Soon. What? I'm gonna have to
We'll just do it in pieces.
that way
Yeah.
because
I'll
I'm
go
just
the other
trying to get up to Agnes and Morgan.
I think
so.
you just get there.
I
with
just-
40.
with the
Yeah.
50.
With,
Okay.
with your
Of
double
your
move.
double
With the double
move.
move, you're there. Yep.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Nothing I can
So
do right
that's
now.
your move. Sigrun.
Okay. Do I have any advantages firing on the prone
You
dragon?
actually have disadvantage.
Yeah.
When something is prone,
Yeah.
shooting at it, you have disadvantage.
What?
Close combat, you have advantage.
Sorry.
What's the rationale behind that?
Because if something's prone, and you know, if you're a dragon, because like when
Really?
you think
Yeah,
about like
advantage
a
is
person
so huge.
prone is harder to hit,
Hit.
but a
It's
dragon,
huge.
that's a rule thing. That's up to you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say
It's huge.
yeah, it's huge. I would say that
You're
not
also-
saving
you're
it,
also-
try to
So
hit a
just
dragon.
regular.
Okay.
I was gonna argue like.
But are you
taking
gonna
side-
move? Are you trying to get to the
Alright.
dragon or Kajal, or what are you trying to do?
Shoot
Tell me
the
what you're
bolt,
trying to
right?
do.
I was gonna do that. Shoot at it with a bolt.
Okay. All right.
Because I'm making my moves and I can't do what I wanted to do.
What's going on with the other dragon?
Why do you ask such questions?
Sorry.
Don't
You're like-
remind him there's two.
I was gonna say, you're like the person who's like, what about the homework from last night?
I was that person.
You missed.
Kidding.
Yeah.
Yep.
No, you don't have
Any
to.
other
you can
action?
be
Any other
serious.
move?
Teasing you. I also was that person, so it's okay.
No,
I
I,
think
wouldn't mention the homework from last night.
He would.
Anything else?
You're right.
Well, maybe if I was feeling really annoyed with somebody.
She would turn and free action kind of ask, "Does anyone have a sword?" Because the bolt thing is not
Not working.
really working out very
I
well.
mean,
Right.
Alright.
I do, but I can't do nothing.
So, where are you?
I
Jump
have-
down! I yell.
How close are you to me?
I have one of those
You're standing
within 10 feet.
within 10 feet.
Yeah.
You would have to throw up.
I have a sickle, but that's not. Yeah, she would just say, I have a sickle.
So
Not very enthused.
this
I don't.
dragon,
An icicle?
this dragon,
Damn it, y'all.
this
That's
dragon
enough.
turns over.
No.
I have a short
This
sword.
one,
Yes.
this one
Keeps getting worse.
jumps up
Wait,
on the
what?
pedestal,
Oh,
Yes, I do.
and its face gets very close to the sphere. And somewhat to your surprise, you hear this raspy voice that says, "Ragnar, save us!"
shit.
Damn you.
Wait,
Right.
but
But it said
Right.
completed, so maybe
Right,
it's
it
not
might
working.
not
It
working,
might not
so
work.
I might have saved your asses
it
after
might not be
all.
working.
Yeah.
How
That's a
dragon?
Palandia!
Dragon? Yeah, right. Where's Donald
I
Trump?
You have an idea, don't you?
So
Oh,
you were-
God.
Oh, yes! I love that look!
This dragon is using
Even
its breath
Christian
weapon
possessed.
Breath weapon?
on
You're
Manjue.
getting breath on.
You're
I
getting
figured that was
breathed
coming.
on.
I have a short sword.
So
I said that
you need
before
to
I got
make a
briefed on.
dexterity
Okay.
save, DC 15.
Yeah, and it's like I've got to do the 2, right? Because I'm still, am I still
Yeah.
cold?
Advantage, yeah.
Fuck that. 19 and 16.
16.
All right, wait.
It's-
Let me add
it's
Let
like-
me add.
It doesn't matter, you passed it.
Oh, good.
Oh,
That all scared me
damn,
too.
was
Yeah, I was like-
disappointed.
I was like, it's like 17.
That's like, I don't want to
Good
take
times.
49 damage to the face.
Please.
Good time.
I do have 19.
Honestly, has not had
Yeah, I
very
can
many
tell.
unlucky
You,
rolls.
you
and I'm
take
surprised because I'm not
17
usually-
points damage.
It's a very more.
Ooh.
I thought.
You don't really have
Did
a
I
poker
fail?
face.
No,
You took half
you
damage.
took
You take half,
You
that's
took
what
34
happens.
damage.
Well,
Yeah.
So you took 17.
good news for me. I had 50 points, so I'm still rocking it.
Agnes,
Right.
it's
I
your
can still
turn.
fight this dragon.
You want to show what Agnes sees?
Yes.
Well, she isn't. She's
Okay,
kid.
That's right.
So, Agnes, you're at the mouth of the cave. There's a lot going on in there, as you know. What are you going to do?
What are these?
There's room to climb up if you want to.
Yeah.
That's Sparklet's vacation. She's not.
Do I see a dragon? Like, do I have field of vision of a
Yeah.
dragon?
No,
we
you're
have
not-
to climb up.
Actually,
Yeah.
she can because there's
You
one up on
could
the
see the
pedestal.
one on the
Oh.
pedestal.
Yep.
The one that just jumped up on the pedestal
Yeah.
and communed with Ragnar.
Yeah.
Oh,
Or
it's
Yeah.
hard to.
Attempted to, hopefully.
I mean,
Fucking
hopefully
broke
it was
that
good.
Right. Attempted. Alleged communications
Yeah.
with Ragnar.
Possible communication.
Those are the best words for it. Alleged and possible.
So, you can see one
that?
You
dragon.
can see a single dragon.
Can you see over Veronica, or do I need to pick you up again?
I kind of,
Pick you
I
up.
kind of see. It's
Up.
fine.
Up.
Can you see
Yeah.
So
that?
you- basically, this dragon
You
is
can
this
see
dragon
that
is up here
dragon
like
that's
that.
up, yeah, like that.
He's up there
And
like
he's trying
that.
to talk to the orb.
He's
like
trying to talk
so.
to the orb.
Alright.
He's vlogging.
He's vlogging. Hey guys, what's
Here's my makeup tutorial.
Drogging. Dragon
He's
vlogging.
drunk.
up? Necroplancy. Frog, you're on a roll.
Are the rules of Moonbeam being cast in a cave setting?
Well, so
Are you still rocking that moonbeam, Nika?
you are. Thing is, I think it works because you're outside.
Yeah.
You can channel the
Right.
moonlight, and
Yeah.
you could do it inside the
Totally.
cave.
I'm gonna do it, and I'm gonna aim for the dragon, the tip of the dragon's nose.
I like the way you just
The tip of the dragon.
you turned it. You made a virtue of the fact that you're outside the cave.
Yes.
Yes, you did.
Yes. Where I
That's
just,
why she's staying out there.
I
because
just
she-
struggle.
Right.
What fucking nature can I summon?
So you are rocking that moonbeam.
You're rocking that moonbeam.
Okay. So is there a save on that? Yes, there is.
Yes.
Constitution saving throw. What's your spell save DC again?
15.
15. Okay. And it's a con save. Oh, it failed.
Yeah! Fails!
Okay,
I
so
like when
that's
they
2d10 radiant damage.
Yeah.
Makes me.
That is 11 points
Oh,
damage.
11 points.
And the
How
dragon
much?
falls.
11.
So basically, you watch as Agnes calls down this moonlight
I
from
get to
almost full moon
Madry's witnessing this.
and redirects it in this
Witness
tightly compressed pale beam of light that radiantly gleams through the cave mouth, catches the dragon just under the chin, and it falls backwards.
Prone.
Now the moonbeam stays.
And it
It's a
continues
constitution
to
spell. That's
toss the beam.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So, and it's now Morgan's turn.
Question. So he's gonna do his
Man,
popping.
bounce back to
Is
me.
this dragon still
Yeah.
moving, fidgeting, or is it seem
Yeah,
like?
it's still moving.
Okay, so what I would like to do is cast Shatter on the rocks to make the pedestal fall on top of it.
Okay.
Nice.
What are you're channeling Ren here.
Let's hope it falls that way instead of
Yeah, you are.
on Bond way.
Or Kajal.
Roll nicely, please.
You could kill me.
Well, the thing is, it's a Constitution saving throw,
Oh,
so
true. So
so it's basically, since it's an inanimate object, I don't know if they make any sort of saving throws because he's aiming for basically the rocks to knock this thing
Yeah.
back.
Yeah, but you're aiming for the rocks. So while you're conjuring this spell, and you all watch as Morgan begins to conjure this spell, while that begins, you actually see this sort of the vague outlines of a face
I mean, it still
appear
worked.
in the
That's
orb,
right.
and
That's
it's
right.
this kind of pale, severe-looking woman. And you hear this voice say, "My children, I sensed you were in danger when your giant guardians were disturbed. I see now you are in grave danger. Take flight for Cold Keep. Bring your unhatched sisters if you can.
Oh, okay.
They're dead.
Your mother will await you here to join our subterfuge in the city. Come now."
Subterfuge in the
Now
city!
cast the spell.
Unhatched sister.
Can he basically, right before he says this, I think I killed the babies, by the way.
Their sisters are
what's
dead.
The damage?
It's 3d8 thunder, so I'll
Alright, give it to me.
Thunder.
Thunder!
Thunder!
Thunder! 11 points on the rocks. So
bring in
basically
the
just
thunder!
not get...
So it actually bolts loose like this, and it falls right next to the dragon, and it shatters. Right away.
No!
There's
Now we're talking.
And
I mean, oh well.
I need a Constitution save from everybody. So Manjway,
Damn.
and
Wow, man.
Oh yeah, wild magic
Secret.
first.
actually no, Sigrid is protected because she doesn't have line of sight on her.
Ah,
Manjway, you're
fuck.
protected too.
Oh, no.
Oh, you're fine.
Yeah!
And Kajal is protected by the body of the
So, no one.
dragon. No one.
Oh yeah, because
Ah!
Save.
So
No,
no
hey.
one.
Save.
This
Wow,
dragon.
that went way better than expected.
Yes.
Yeah.
Apparently
It's
they
not
were
over
kicking-
yet.
Apparently they were kicking their asses because she ordered them to retreat.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's
so,
worried.
Manjway, it's your turn.
Alright, so I'm gonna run. Is this one dead yet?
No,
Or
it's
is
just
it
turned over.
is
Just
it
turned
moving?
over.
It's
This
moving.
one's
They're both-
moving. This one
Alright.
attacked you.
they're all
also.
moving. I was
They're
hoping
all
to crush
moving.
one. but
Alright, I'm gonna cast another Fist of Unbroken Air.
Okay.
I'm so unhappy
You
about
can't
it.
cast
like-
broken air deflated.
Yeah, right.
I'm gonna cast another Fist of Unbroken Air!
Yeah! Like it. Yeah! Roll that die!
Alright.
Much better.
Oh wait, I don't roll anything. Fuck that. And I'm gonna use my
Okay.
It needs
extra
a save.
key
Save.
point.
For it.
So it's gonna be
Just
3 key points.
as long as it fails.
Then I'm gonna have to just slice some shit.
Slice some shit.
With a 3 it failed.
It failed.
Yes, it failed.
So 3d10
Hopefully
again.
it's an excellent roller.
3d10 damage.
And I say that
It's gonna
because
push it into
I'm
the wall,
not
too.
typically-
Yeah.
So it must
Bang
be
it against the smash
Or mojo.
against
hey, if she keeps that one dragon
the pinned.
pinned for the
Yeah.
most of the fight.
So it's
Well, she's got
4d
a point.
4d10 bludgeoning.
No, just
Recall?
through. Oh, we have 4.
Oh, so
Four,
that's,
because
there was an
that's,
extra key
12,
point.
That's 21 points.
It's pushed against
Much
the
better.
wall.
And it's prone.
Prone up
Still.
against the wall.
Still prone.
At that
Nice.
moment,
At that moment.
the pedestal having been knocked loose, all of a sudden, the rocks that are underneath begin to rumble.
Of course.
And
Is there a third motherfucker?
And a huge figure assembles out of the
Are you
rocks that fall.
Fucking
And
with
this
me.
voice says, "Oh, awakened at last!"
Oh wait, this might be an ally.
Yeah, wait a second.
Awakened
Benju! It's like a
Benju.
Benju!
Is this your dance? Machina?
This is our dance. This
Is this
is
our Deus Machina?
This massive sort of figure composited out of stone rises up out of the...
Is that
Hindsight.
Alan Cullen, the swamp thing?
No, it's
rock
it's a
thing.
rock biter.
Yes!
It looks like the rock figures in the Hobbit movies.
Oh,
So
Daddy!
it says,
Secret-
"Awakened at last, freed at last."
Seagram's gonna yell, "You're welcome!"
That's my line.
She just wants him to
Kajal
know
girl.
Kajal's death save.
who was on its side.
I failed.
No.
It's just the Guardians moment. It's my line.
So,
Madry.
Madry, you notice Seagrin staring in amazement.
Who just spoke? And then as I say this, I throw my sword, one of my short swords, up to her.
Yes.
A dagger lands in Seagrin's hand.
Yeah, right.
Nice. Oh, right.
Yeah, right.
You actually throw a weapon?
Yeah, I actually throw a weapon.
Okay. Need a dexterity check.
Not one. You caught it, but it's through your hand.
Hand.
My thing is all messed up.
Wait, what?
I think my.
Huh?
I think it's 3. Sorry, I
Plus 3.
used whiteout on my character sheet and it's all like fakakta.
It's what?
It's all
Did you
fakakta.
just Yiddish, Gina?
No, and she did what we didn't want her to do.
It's an 11.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, woo, okay. She just Yiddish.
Look, I'm not from around here. I've never heard
Of
that
course.
before.
Honestly, I don't know.
So you caught the weapon. Any other action from you?
No, because I want to wait to see who spoke.
Can Seagrin reply?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some rocks.
Alright, so
I'm just-
your action.
Oh, it's my turn.
It's your turn now.
Right.
You're welcome.
You're welcome. Okay.
We're all singing it. Alright. I have to stand up because I can't really see over the laptop.
Do you want to come here?
No, I like this spot. I'm just explaining because, those compulsion to explain.
Okay.
I know. Always. I feel that.
So.
I'm trying to get you. Right, because look, I want to talk to
And
him.
you
We
know
still have
what?
2
If
live
I die-
dragons.
If I die in Scandia too, which I did not want to come back
She's
here.
gonna use cunning action
You're not gonna die. I'm gonna be healing you before too long.
and strike with her
I have
sword.
failed 2 death saves.
Okay.
I'm 1 away from
And
death.
is that with
Okay, I
advantage
guess I have
because
to do
it's
that
prone?
next.
What's that?
Well,
that
now
with advantage
this
because
guy's
it's prone and I'm in
Automatically
close range?
failed
Yes.
When he hit me when I was
Roll,
unconscious.
roll, baby, roll.
And then I made 1 and failed 1.
You realize that Kajal is 1 death save
Yeah,
away.
that's what I'm telling you.
Right, I'm going to him next.
Yeah.
Before his turn, yes.
Right.
I'm going to do my healer kit.
Alright.
How many do you have left?
A couple. I can heal you a couple
Oh
times.
wow!
Let me see.
I missed.
You missed.
I've
Yeah.
used 3 and I
Have you rolled with
can't.
advantage?
Yeah.
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 The other one was on that one.
So the dragon is going to use his action to roll over and stand up.
Oh, fuck that dragon.
Fuck that.
Who the
Yeah.
fuck
Have I not done
And
enough?
It is going to use its breath weapon on Sigrun. I need a
It's
DC.
been good.
DC 15
Been good,
save.
y'all.
DC 15.
I
Now
think the
I know
rock
what that
elemental's
means.
on there, so
That's sad. I just figured that out.
I can't.
it's just the DM wall thing. Like, I wanted this campaign actually.
What is it? A dex save?
Death
Yeah.
save, yeah.
I think I have. I'm just double checking what my.
Oh my gosh.
Oh yeah,
no.
am I dead? I'm gonna die. Okay.
Oh my god,
She not
no!
one.
No!
Use that one, Nika.
No!
Yeah.
I know.
I'm gonna heal
I'm
both
trying
of
to
you.
process this.
Please help
I'm
us!
gonna heal
Please.
Jaw once.
You take 38 points of damage.
I'm actually still standing.
You are!
I have 41 hit points.
Yes!
Holy shit.
Okay.
Alright.
Alright.
This
Let's get on
dragon,
with this.
So that's so I'm
This
down. Wait,
dragon-
did you say 38?
Yeah,
So I'm down to 3.
this dragon stands up like this. However,
The Rockman.
Just sees it do this, and jumps down on it.
Yes!
Like
Now we're
this.
talking.
Fuck yeah.
Well, at the moment,
And as it does so,
it's like a
you
Jack
hear this.
Sparrow
You hear
moment.
this voice say, "Trespasser!"
Nice!
And it
This is our
jumps
Deus
down.
Ex Machina.
Yeah, it is.
Let's just hope that he doesn't think we're also trespassers.
True.
Well, somebody freed him.
You could.
We
have
did.
to
We can use that to our advantage.
Is that what it happens?
Oh,
Why can't he dodge?
Okay, dodge.
Oh
Help
yeah.
him. Help him.
Can't say it now. I wouldn't want to say it during the attack.
Shit. You're right.
26 points of damage. That dragon only had 11 points.
Ah!
The dragon
It
is dead.
stomped on
Fear
the
my
dragon.
stone feet.
Stone feet.
So it is now
Agnes.
Agnes's turn.
Agnes.
Step it on the dragon.
Do do do.
Step it on the dragon.
Agnes, because this is shit druids do. She's gonna climb up to the top of the thing.
Uh-huh.
You climbed into the mouth of the cave.
She sees the stone monster,
Yes.
stone creature, stone ambassador.
Yes. Yes.
Ambassador Stony.
They look like such big, strong hands, don't they?
She sees just what just happened, and she's gonna assume it's like a guardian of the natural guardian of the cave.
Okay.
I have a question: is it still freezing?
Yes. But
Okay.
only, but it's
Well,
you don't
that
feel
is
the waves
irrelevant.
of radiant
She's just
cold.
gonna,
It's good that dragon died.
I guess, attempt diplomacy or something, but she's just gonna be like,
This is not not Star Wars. You
Alright.
can't roll for diplomacy.
yeah,
Well,
like
what
if
you
she's
could
not
do-
a diplomatic person and she doesn't give a shit about diplomacy, but she does care about like respect and natural
Well,
things. And
first
this
of
thing
all,
is made of stone,
Either
and this looks like it's natural habitat.
either tell me what you say or roll a persuasion check.
Mm.
Great stone guardian of this cave. Thank you for helping us vanquish that foul beast.
So you actually hear this. The stone face turns towards you, and there's actually a chunk of the dragon's face hanging out of its mouth, and it kind of stares at you and goes, "Welcome."
Nice.
I want to hug him.
Morgan.
Then what do you do? You just said she just said something.
Just little me.
Are you gonna do something to Agnes?
Yeah.
Okay, what are you
how
gonna do?
close is she? Kajal's still passed out, right?
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Agnes
How
is
close is
probably
she?
About
would
50 feet.
50.
she could
50
make
feet?
it,
You can make it.
but
Okay.
yeah, you can make it, but
Can I make it and heal him?
No.
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 Yeah, you can just
action
make
left.
it.
Hmm?
You can just
No.
make it. You can only get there. You can't do anything.
Okay.
You can try and
You're
get
gonna
there.
do it?
Yeah, I'll do that.
So Agnes dashes down from the mouth of the cave up to Kajal. Morgan.
He's gonna climb up, see the giant stone monster, and be like, "I hate the dragon too. I'm gonna help you out." He's going to enlarge it.
Okay.
Enlarge it.
No, enlarge him to fight
The other
that
one.
one. There's still one more.
That's insane.
So he's gonna make the stone guy bigger.
All right.
How
Stone
tall
guy
is he
bigger.
already?
Yes, how large is he?
He's probably 20 feet tall.
So he's 40 feet. How high is the cave?
Cave ceiling.
Probably 80 or 100.
Okay,
No.
cool.
So he just goes.
Okay. So
Gross.
it's actually looking at Agnes with a chunk of the dragon, with the one dragon's face hanging out of its mouth. And then you stand up and you cast your incantation. And this ray of light kind of bursts up against it. And it kind of looks around with alarm. And then it begins to grow. The rocks out of which it's composed, it begins to grow.
Nice.
And it's all of a sudden it's 40 feet tall. And the dragon underneath it just crushes under its weight.
Nice.
Under its weight.
He just gives the like elemental thumbs up, like.
Wild magic.
Miles away.
Alright, sorry, I should have had the page ready here. I am going to use my healer kit. And I'm just.
Are you moving?
Yeah, I gotta move over to him first, but I have plenty of room because I have 45 feet.
she's
Yeah.
good.
I just need to
She's
find my
golden,
healer
Pony
kit
Boy.
page.
Okay.
Can you? Alright, let me just use the index.
That's under equipment, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
give me a second. I'll just use the index. 'Cause for some reason I can't find the piece right now.
I made a stone elemental grow.
Adorable.
Healer
I
kit.
want him to be my best friend.
We'll
so
take it down
hilarious.
to your side.
I can't wait
No,
to
no,
I can't
no.
wait to wake up to a 40-foot tall.
Look at this. Look at my player's handbook.
Oh my god.
It has completely disintegrated.
It's falling apart.
Yeah.
Gotta get some binding glue for that.
Does
Yeah.
anybody know where that was? Because all I can find is healing on page 197.
It's a
Healer
feat.
I have the
It's
equipment.
a
Oh,
feat.
it's a feet. Okay, I need to find feet.
Anyone want a cookie?
I have a donut.
I got it here.
Are there any more?
I got it.
There's plenty.
Healer.
Oh, thank
Right.
you.
Healer kit.
Healer kit.
Yes. When you use your healer's kit to stabilize a dying creature, that creature also gains 1 hit point.
Uh-huh.
What page?
As an action, you can spend 1 use of your healer's kit to tend to a creature and restore 1d6 plus 4 hit points, plus additional hit points equal to the creature's maximum number of hit die. Creature can't regain hit points from this feat again until it finishes a short rest.
Right.
Okay,
What
so
page did you find that on?
it's on 167.
Thank
So, Kajal, healing from 0, has 1 hit point.
Yeah.
And
First
then
thought is
as
you
an
see a
action,
40-foot.
Your eyes flutter open.
hang on now.
Mm-hmm.
What's your maximum number of hit dice?
Me?
Yeah.
6. It's equal to your level.
6.
Okay, so you regain.
My hit die is D12.
Yeah, you regain. But your number of hit die is 6.
Oh.
You regain. Oh wow, 6 plus 4 hit points is 10.
Nice!
6 is 16 hit points.
Wow.
Yeah. Y'all's got
So you
16 hit
regain.
points.
I've healed you a
healing
couple
from
of
0, you
times.
get 17 hit points.
Oh shit.
Nice!
Not bad at all.
Well done,
Yeah.
Manjwai.
Yes, yeah, thank you, Manjwai.
And
Always
Kajal,
saving our
and
asses.
perhaps most importantly, it spared that final
Just
death
with a
save.
kit.
And it's now his
Except for
turn.
now
And it's
it's
my
not
turn.
And it's your turn!
I gotta
But
keep
you
it.
are prone.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna stand up. Nose. Frosty nose.
How do I get more healer's kits?
Bye. We gotta go shopping. We need a
So
shopping
you
at
use,
some
use some
You need a
movement to
shop-
at your
stand up.
rebellion.
Is anyone gonna let him know that the rock guy is not an enemy? Because he's 40 feet tall.
Yeah,
I'll say that
But
as
he's
my
crushing
free
a
action.
dragon. Does he notice
So
his
he
Those
would
dragon?
be-
rocks
he
are
would
our
be
friend.
like
She's
that
gonna.
tall.
She's right there, right?
Yeah,
He'd be
she's
like
yeah.
that tall.
She's gonna tell Kajal.
Oh, by the way,
this
its
rock
weight
man
is
is our
multiplied
friend.
by 8.
God.
So,
So much.
when it steps on the dragon next turn,
Yeah.
So wakes up. Ah!
So it's right. That's how tall it is, but it's right here. So it's like
In the name of Odin's beard, who the fuck are you?
if you say that out loud, once wait this, I woke him up and then I made him bigger. They grow up so fast.
Is it half my movement to get up, right?
Yeah, half your movement to get up. So you have
And there's still a dragon, right?
There's still a dragon.
Okay.
Just over here freezing me to death.
We're trying.
He's just like, okay.
Dragon, cool.
Large
Rock
rock
guy's
thing.
right
Cool.
there. Can't do anything else. So, I'm here. Main
I am going to climb up
okay.
by Morgan. And I just look at the scene before me. And I look up at Morgan. Something to do with that?
He's on your side.
Okay. And I'm gonna start shooting at that dragon.
Okay.
Like you need to.
Go, my rock monster. Go.
It would all be so fast. It's not like you'd be like,
22.
oh, never
That's a
mind,
hit.
I'll just wait.
Yeah, I mean, we
Dude,
don't
it's
know
huge.
what the rock dude is gonna do now
Right.
that he's big.
4.
4.
And
You
then
get a
again.
second.
16 plus 7.
Yeah.
So
No,
plus
it's
is
23.
Yeah. 23. 10.
10.
Yeah.
So you put two arrows right into the humped back of the dragon, and it screeches.
Yay.
Nice.
Sigmund.
Getting
And I
somewhere.
strike
Chop
it,
his
in,
head off.
it with the short sword again.
Chop its head off. Chop
Nat 20!
Chop its head off!
I really want one of us to kill it.
I know.
Yeah.
I don't want the rock
I
monster
want
to
me
do
to-
it.
I mean, if the rock monster kills it, I won't complain.
Right,
but
no.
Right.
It'd be cool if one of us killed it.
Get it.
You
Get it.
just punch
Get
a mouse.
We've done most of the work on
Oh,
it.
yeah,
and
10
he
points?
does end up
10
killing it.
So you slash it right into its face, right across its sort of open jaw, and
Yes.
you cut into the
I
lips
know,
of
I
it.
know.
Why so
Yes! Want to know how I got these scars?
The dragon is flying.
Of course. Ouch.
Tax of opportunity.
Yes, you do get taxed. Both
Yes.
Go.
Do I
go,
get one
go,
too? I'm
go.
right there.
Of you. But you're on the other side. You're more than 5 feet away.
Oh,
These guys are
you
right
have to
next
be
it.
within 5
Swing
So
with
feet.
my-
Sigrun and
It's
And
only,
I still have my little dagger, right?
it's only a 13.
Out, where am I? Do I get an attack of opportunity?
No.
No, you're not.
You and
Not
I are
close
not
enough.
close enough.
Okay.
17.
Actually, I would argue Agnes, but her back is turned now. Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay.
What'd you roll?
17.
Does it hit?
So it was just a regular dagger
Yeah.
damage, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's 1d6.
I'm not really doing 6 damage. Or 1d6 or d4? I thought they were d4.
Sorry, 1d.
Daggers are
daggers,
D4,
yeah,
short swords
1d4.
D6.
Yeah, okay, so it's 6
Sorry
damage.
6 damage. Sigrun,
Yeah.
your attack of opportunity.
I already rolled and I missed.
You missed. So the dragon is flying right past you
Oh fuck.
and flying
shit.
for the cave
Oh
mouth,
shit.
Oh, damn.
and it unleashes its breath weapon.
No! Morgan! Me!
Oh, no, yeah. He's,
Oh no, you're so close to death!
Unleashes its weapon. I need a DC save, DC 15 dex saves from Morgan and Major.
I might as well not do it.
if you got 20.
Yeah, you never.
Oh, then fine. I'll use my
Just roll.
inspiration then. Just in case I somehow net 20.
Okay.
Nope.
Do it, you got one.
But I got, but since I rolled a
17, yeah. So you rolled
17 plus
You failed it.
No, he didn't fail.
unnatural 20. Not that it matters. I'm still taking half.
So you're
right?
taking half damage.
Alright.
Oh, I mean, at least it's not an insta-kill.
Yeah.
It would be hard insta kill me. Because I would have to take negative 53.
Yeah, you have like a ridiculous amount of hit points.
For
Like-
For a sorcerer, yeah.
My characters in general tend to have ridiculous amounts of points. I get really lucky with my rolls. I think I got max hit points both
Alright.
times.
This is taking
And I have a
hours.
ridiculous
I don't
con.
want him to get away.
I know.
Like-
I have no key points. What can I do?
That happened.
I mean, my highest
Lots
stat,
of
my
unarmed
charisma,
strikes.
my second
Yes, I know.
Lots of unarmed strikes.
He's really not liking this.
Look, I know.
And humans get 1
That's
plus
going
1.
to be 26 points.
Fuck!
How much?
26.
If I take half that,
I already
so I
back
take.
over.
No, it was 52 points.
Oh, shit! Wait, that
So
means
how
Major
much-
takes 52 points?
I'm down.
Yeah, you do.
I'm
How
down.
much I
Failed
take?
it.
How much
took
health did
50.
you have?
I only had 29 hit points.
Yeah, so you
How much was it again?
How
You
many
took
hit points do you
26.
have?
Wait.
took. Oh
What's
no,
the-
so he took
He
26
took
because he
26.
made
I
it.
take the
You
full.
took
What's the
52.
instant
What's instant kill?
What's the instant kill roll?
The
I
instant
think it's
kill
negative
roll-
your hit total.
Negative your hit point total. So you'd have to be.
You're not there.
Yeah, you're not there.
Very
So
close.
let me just do the
What's
math.
your
What's your hit point?
What's your hit point total?
Total is 34.
We were so close.
What should be notable is he goes back to
So you'd
regular
have
size.
to go to negative 34 to be an instant.
Yeah.
Oh, well,
29.
how much are you at? 29?
I was at 29.
Minus
So you-
56? 27.
Oh my god, you're so close to that.
Holy shit!
Minus 27.
You're not dead
And
though.
you're-
I'm at negative 24.
Shit!
And I have one healer kit.
He would go down to regular size because I'm down.
That's right. The dragon
No, they only-
continues,
Oh.
having knocked you both off out of the mouth of the cave.
Knock me.
The dragon flies
Knocked you.
through,
You jumped
and,
out and
and anybody who's outside, I don't think there's anybody
Nobody, no.
outside.
Oh, well, the dumb ass.
Did
Yeah.
she
Yeah.
go back
Girl, who's been-
inside when Sigrun yelled at her to go back
That's
inside?
true. So
No,
you're-
she didn't.
Of course she didn't.
No, no.
Oh no, she's done.
And-
we don't care that much
and-
about her.
She's just fucking up.
What? Where is she though? Like,
Yo, I want to
Yeah,
know.
would she have-
still
where
in
would
the
she
sky.
be?
Where would she have been the
Following.
whole time?
She was following.
So where would she have been the whole time?
Yeah.
She would have come right up to the cave, about
Oh,
15 feet
Why?
from the
She's
cave,
dumb.
which means
She's dead.
that the
She's getting
dragon
kidnapped.
is going to attempt to bite her.
Oh no, she's getting bit.
She get eaten.
She can get aided.
Nat 20.
Oh my god!
Fuck. She
The
God,
dragon
woman.
seizes Felgrun in its jaws as it flies off
No.
and into the night.
She's meant to be taken.
Into the
You know
night.
what? We did as much as we could.
No.
Into
Twice.
the night.
Hey guys, what's the deal with airline food?
Mine just hit him like
you're gonna
this.
crack twice. He's gonna have a bruise on both arms.
It's gotta be
The
it.
stone golem, having returned to its 20
Stone
feet,
golem?
After
turns,
not doing anything.
Thing.
turns and goes, What is happening? I grew, and then I shrank. What manner of business is this? Who art thou, and who is the reptilian vermin in my home?
Love his voice.
I know.
I can't
That's why I'm
say
so
it.
sad I'm missing this. I know. I want to cuddle him.
Well, you and I are not going to.
They are friends of the elder
Really?
of the elder gods.
She's a kid.
I knew it! And he turns, what Kajal says.
Mm-hmm.
I knew it! And he walks over and stomps again on the broken pieces of the orb, grinding the shards down into dust. He
Nice.
stands on them.
Nice.
And he screams at the top of his lungs, Coldbane! Coldbane!
Yep, that sounds about right.
All right, are we out of tactical
You're out
time?
of time.
All right, I'm gonna run to the mouth of the cave
All right.
so I can go do some healing.
And
Same,
at the moment you
same.
come
We're
out
gonna tag
into
team
out
that.
of,
Agnes and I are gonna join hands and run majestically through the cave.
and as you come out of the cave's mouth, you realize that they're lying there on the stones is a ripped shard or a ripped strip from the dress of that Felgren Redlock was wearing, and it's just the snow is falling on it silently.
No.
Here.
Okay, I'm gonna use my
I guess
healer
I'll
kit.
collect that for Seagrin or something.
Right.
Or something.
Or something.
I'm gonna use my healer kit on Maidri.
Thanks, Bae.
This is the last time your
I'm
bae can
gonna
save you for a
heal
while.
Morgan. Funny. I'm gonna heal Morgan.
These
Okay,
need heavier
so-
bases.
And is this your last use of this
This
healer?
is my
Yeah.
last use.
Okay, so that
Thank
with
you.
that
I
feat, that
appreciate
means
that.
you regain.
Do you need it this
I don't know
time?
what my die are or any of. Oh no, it's my level, right?
Yeah.
Right. So 6.
Okay,
And I'm gonna heal
so
Morgan at
you said
second
6?
level, because why
you
not?
regain 13 points.
Oh,
So
even though you're not a huge fan of him, you're gonna do
Well, because it's
What?
I get back
You
to
heal from
0. So I
Solidarity
13
now.
points.
Okay.
Your eyes flutter.
Yeah,
open,
same though you don't like me,
green
you're still
like
giving me
balls.
good healing.
Yeah.
Is it getting warmer now?
Yes, it is.
Oh,
But-
yeah.
So I have to
like-
like
You're
wait,
still in
do I-
Scandia,
do I
It's
so
roll
not
that
like
cold?
a natural cold. It's
It's
just
not
natural
Hawaii.
cold.
But that I would say that all of you would be sort of psychically scarred by the depth of cold that you
Yeah.
felt. It
yeah.
was.
Wait, I can't hear you.
I was going to say you'd all be psychologically scarred by the depth of the cold that you had experienced, because in most cases you took some damage from it.
Yeah.
But this is, I mean, think about the coldest you've ever been, and it's far
Probably
worse
when I
than
wake
that.
up. I like.
My father tells a
Gently
story of
touching.
walking down a street in Winnipeg and it was minus 61.
What?
Yeah, and I think this would be even worse than that.
Ooh.
That's insane.
When I wake up,
I
I
have to
just
go to the bathroom so bad.
like hand on.
She healed me at
Whatever,
second
it's
level, I don't know how much
closest.
she did.
Okay, so Agnes healed
Healed
you
me
at second level?
Yeah.
She looks at you very
Okay,
tenderly because you're
so-
small and so you're like a child to her.
Yes.
Even though you.
And I'm not angry about it.
She
Usually I would be.
She could eat you if she wanted. If
She
she
could.
wanted to.
She
I'm just like a tiny little hobbit dumpling.
What's Agnes's spell
That is not what
ability
she's
modifier?
I know.
7.
7. Okay, so then that's going to be that's 17 points.
Nice.
You know, I had a feeling the number was going to be what I got for some reason. Like, I couldn't get 17 probably back.
Isn't that always a weird
Wait, I
thing?
didn't hear. I can't hear you guys right now.
Christian had a feeling that he was going to roll a 17 just then.
Yeah, like I had a feeling I was going to get 17 back, and you gave me 17.
Wow.
Or
Mhm.
get 17, sorry. I didn't.
So, and
Also, 17 was on my d20.
and as you're all
Ooh.
gathered around, well, I'll say this for when Gina comes back.
Okay.
What's going on in the cave?
Yeah.
This stone giant, this stone golem has come up behind Kajal.
Morgan would
and
say
staring
thank you,
at
and then he would basically walk in and basically walk up
Yeah,
to the stone
I think
giant.
Yeah.
we'll go back in the
Yeah,
cave.
I would go back.
What
and
is
see
your
if you can.
history?
I get that.
I boost you up.
Thanks.
I'd be asking what his deal is.
And help you back down. She's feeling worried about you.
Thank
Why do
you.
all my matches
Thank you
always
for
break?
caring.
Are you saying that in character?
Yeah, I think I would always
Normally I
break.
would.
What was that?
Why do all my magic swords break?
Okay.
Well, I'm holding
I
on
feel
to
like
that,
he
so
knows
it's
better.
hard.
not
Morgan
by
would
No,
say,
probably not.
What did I miss?
I haven't really
So,
Tender moments.
Morgan and Maidri have been healed on the rocks where they fell. But just in the distance, you hear the leathern beat of dragon wings against the moonlight. But back in the cave, it sounds like Morgan and Kajal are quizzing this
Actually.
stone golem.
He would basically bow to like the snow golem and be like, "Thank you," and he's actually gonna check on the dragon eggs to see if they're cooked or not.
Yeah, so they are completely baked.
Like,
And you can actually see little sort of dragon feti, and they're still smoldering. And they're still
Oh my
baked.
God.
They're still
Can we eat
eat them! I know! I said
earlier.
you, me, and Majway are gonna fuck shit up, and we're gonna make a great meal out of these eggs.
so. And
That's why I said at least we have lunch.
There's
Yes.
little dragon feti, and they're still basting in their own juices.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be
Oh,
good.
man.
We're making
We're
it
gonna
delicious.
eat so
Secret is
well
definitely
tonight.
sitting down because I have 3 hit points, so she's.
The stone golem begins to tell the story
Yeah, we need
about
to
how
go YouTube, but I don't
about
have any
3
more to
years
give.
ago that it was in its cave sleeping the winter away when a group of sort of strangely robed sort of denizens came into the cave, led by someone they addressed as Ragna Coldbane, and they very quickly sort of hollowed out the loose debris, and it pretended to be asleep because it sensed great power in these minions. And rather remarkably, they set up this orb on top of it.
Nice.
But
Oh my
when it
God.
did so, it froze, and it was locked in by ice.
Mm.
And then it had to watch as dragons took over its home.
Aw.
And that's the story
Very
it tells.
Aw. Oh man.
And are you actually going to eat the
Yes.
dragon's egg?
Yes.
Oh, absolutely.
Absolutely.
Well, Morgan
Yeah.
would first off say the good news is after he tells the story, these dragons are already dead. Anyone hungry? He was rejected.
Watchway just pulls out
Yep.
her cookie
Me too.
and walks over.
Yep.
So, and are you
Sets
actually
up
going to
a-
attempt to make a meal out of it?
Yes.
Yeah,
I
we
don't
just
see
set
why
up a
can't.
little
Collectively.
fire.
Can you give me, do you have a
Cookie.
survival skill?
Wait, can she be aided?
She can be aided?
Because I will help,
Can I
and
check the
Agnes is
pile?
gonna help too.
Yes.
Okay.
Are you gonna help cook, Agnes?
Agnes, you're gonna help cook, right?
I don't think that gives anything.
Oh, yeah. I'll
Is- any extra? Wait, is it only just like one added bonus?
It's an advantage.
Okay.
What am I rolling for?
So
Oh, at
survival.
advantage.
yeah,
Yeah.
survival.
Survival.
I finally know what that means.
Oh, wow.
And I still
She
add
makes
my
a
thing.
4-course
Yeah.
meal
Yes.
out of these dragons.
22.
All three of us just
So
bang out a
you all
meal.
watch as Manjue pulls out her pots
This is
and her
so
pans,
appropriate.
and also various seasonings, including salt and pepper, and
Mm.
various cooking utensils. And she quickly sort of fillets one
No,
of
she
these.
just uses salt because she's from the east.
Why don't
Sorry,
you tell me
keep
what you do with it then?
Sorry, keep going.
Tell me what you do with the
We need
dragon.
to all come over
going. Well, she
There's probably 15 pounds of meat here.
here. Nice.
yes.
I'm over there.
So
Oh, you're here.
right.
All right.
So
Can't wait
she
for the
makes
next
a
time
little
we face a
fire in the
dragon.
corner of the cave.
Yep.
Is there something to make fire with? Well, she's got
Yeah, there's
she's got
nests.
torches
Yeah.
and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, hi.
Yes, I know.
Yes, that's true.
Is there something, Morgan?
Morgan.
Fire?
So she makes a fire and starts roasting the dragon pieces.
On a spit.
Yeah, just on like not on a
Does
spit,
Does
just
she have
on
like a
sticks.
pan or
A pan.
Yeah, so
So you're
she-
sautéing, basically.
Mhm.
Frying.
No, roast it like
Okay.
over fire.
Okay.
Well, you can put it on the rocks. You can put it on the
Wait.
hot coals.
Oh, the dragon.
Yeah, the
It's
dragon.
pepper. What are you
Yeah,
all
right.
saying?
It's probably Agnes, me, and Manjue.
That's right. Yeah, we wanted to do it together. So we're
Mm-hmm.
gonna roast them, and then I have a big pot, and we can have some dragon stew too.
Nice.
So yeah, so you make at least 3 different dishes.
Yes,
out of
right.
dragon
Multiple
characters.
dishes.
hmm
Kajal is going through this pile
Barbecue dragon.
We did
Of-
good, y'all.
of various items, and there's a huge number of things and a wide array of objects. Most of them are rusty and sort of it's covered with verdigris, and many of them are broken. And as you go through them, you find, for instance, a shield that looks interesting to you, and you pick it up, and you can see that scratched on the inside of it are the words "item drained." And there's a large sort of a broadsword, and someone has scratched into it, "item drained." And there's a cup with broken handles.
Kajal wouldn't understand it.
And there's a
Do you report
spear
yours?
that's broken, and there's
Seagrin
rusted boxes.
Yeah.
It's all
You
completely
can see it.
useless.
hmm
It's all,
Well, if you
All
tell us-
utterly valueless.
If you reported that,
Shield
Morgan
too.
would probably surmise, and I think Seagrin's on
You
this,
need a
Yeah.
shield too?
is that
Yeah.
the orb was probably draining the magical energy.
Yep.
Ah.
They were using using those weapons to power the orb. So when it said item already drained, it wasn't talking about the orb. It was talking about the
My
sword.
fucking
Sword! God damn it! Did you hear that? You heard all that.
Okay, wait. One other note on the barbecue.
Yes!
Hashtag priorities.
Montre put some really spicy spices on the meat because she's trying to warm everybody up. So you guys might have a little bit of a stomach ache.
Is the shield useful?
If you're
or
not
it
used
comes
to
with
it.
Just like
It's broken.
On
in
the bright
places.
side, actually, but that's perfect because then Agnes has a lot of stuff to settle the stomach, and one of her
Perfect.
favorite teas is dandelion
Alright, so
root tea,
who
which I
partake-
actually
who-
just drank.
who partakes
And
of
it
this
settles the
meal?
stomach.
Everybody.
Secret's
Alright.
like, soup, please.
Yes, you're so cool.
Can
She's
everybody,
still frosty.
Can everybody give me a constitution
Oh
check?
damn, this
please?
is gonna fuck us up. Can't eat this without consequences.
I'm not at disadvantage anymore, am I?
No.
19.
Hold. Okay, good.
19 as well.
Wait, for
there's a
eating this?
Yes.
Appropriately, I rolled a 21.
I did not do very well.
Imagine you rolled that one.
Hey, good thing Agnes has that dandelion tea.
13?
Yeah, good thing.
What did Agnes roll?
7.
And could you roll?
9.
Oh, good job.
Good job.
You can also
and
have some dandelion tea.
21.
21 and 20.
You have a storm
It's my
stomach.
19.
What's your
19.
food?
Can you give me a?
I think
I
though,
think
Oh,
if
it's
she
the
said
dragons.
it
I think
wasn't.
you'd rather
It's the
die
dragons,
than
it's
drink
not
dandelion.
the-
I think though, if she sensed that the meat was too much for her, she would.
I don't
stick to,
think
like, the
it's
eggs
the
or something.
spice. I think it's the dragons themselves.
Alright.
Yeah.
There's you sense something's changed in your companions, but you're not sure what it is.
Oh no.
What?
He said you sense something's changed in your companions to Morgan.
Morgan has sensed that something has changed in your companions, in his companions, but he doesn't know what it is.
He's just going to put his meal down for a second.
Do you say that?
I would
Yeah,
argue
he whispers
that
that.
that Sigrun would have been sipping the broth more than eating the Let me finish.
I believe it.
I would
believe
assume
it.
that there's still something in the broth because it was
Yes.
cooking in there,
Yes.
but she's so cold.
Yeah,
that
she is.
Can I
And
do
she
a Arcana
did say,
check?
"Bring me soup."
Sure.
Yeah, she specifically
So,
asked for soup
yeah,
for that reason.
She's justified in saying this.
Yeah, I feel like Agnes is more about the
14.
eggs themselves,
You don't.
So I don't
You
know.
don't know what's going on. On the
and
upside,
she's also very ginger about trying things for the first time.
on the upside, you all feel warmer and healthier.
Montre
Wait, I
was
don't hear
dying.
anything,
Montre
I'm so
was
sorry.
chowing
I missed
the
it all.
I
fuck
said
down.
on the upside, you all feel warmer and stronger.
But
But we made
But-
it.
You're gonna have to stay tuned for a future episode to see if there's any impact. You've just consumed dragon, so
The only thing is
I
he
think
probably
that's
had a
kinda
minimal effect on
badass.
him considering his.
I mean, this could end really well.
Isn't it
Yeah.
kind of like cannibalism if you
Yeah, and I think it's cannibalism.
Oh, maybe not, because it's not like you were the child of a dragon. The dragon
Yeah.
was the child of your dad.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like weird roundabout. No, okay.
Cannibalism by proxy.
Yes.
Only if it's you count kill eating elder, like if they're elder minions. But again, Morgan, he's in a weird place.
You're in a weird in between place, yeah.
can I just sort of ask, what do you plan to relate to this stone golem? What do you plan to say to him? He's looking at you and he's watching you confusedly. You've kind of moved into his house and are making meals. And
Oh, we're
he's-
not staying. We came to kill Ragnar. She's not here though.
Ragnar dwells in Tuscany.
Oh, we know.
Oh, we know.
I tried to offer him some food.
I was just about to say that.
I'm gonna also give the effects of Thalgrun to Sigrun. I'm gonna give the stuff that I found outside, just like quietly give them to her.
Yeah.
It's a torn shred of her dress.
Sigrun's gonna tie it around her wrist.
The stone golem is kind of crouching down and watching Manjue cook, and he looks at you and he says, "I eat the jewels of the earth."
Rock
It's
biter.
a shame because this is smelling very
Wait,
good.
Garrett, make that bag make noise again, because then I can hear things that Glenn is saying.
What?
I don't know, but I feel like it's the noise distribution on the table. It picks up sounds that are like, you know, like a cut that hurts the most.
It's such an awful metaphor.
I was just saying that
Glenn, your
the
voice
stone
is like a cut that hurts the
the
most.
stone golem said to Majue that it eats the jewels of the earth.
No, nothing. I can't.
That's weird.
The stone golem says he eats the jewels of the earth.
Cute.
Yeah.
So cute.
Do you have a name?
Yes, he says.
Yes.
And
I am Cromlech.
Ooh.
Crum black.
Where in Tuscany, is that how you say it? Tuscany is Coldbane exactly?
Okay, wait, no, FaceTime me. I heard better on FaceTime.
Okay.
Okay, pull that back up then.
All right, here. I'll call you.
We're probably
Okay.
almost finished.
We're
the
almost
session.
done anyway.
Yes, well,
Yeah.
she's gonna miss the last of
Yeah,
it.
we don't
so
wanna
she
do
doesn't
this.
want to do that.
Hanging up.
Here it comes.
I know, it's such an odd noise.
Oh my god, she was typing messages to me.
Yay,
There's
okay.
278 unread messages from Nika.
Jesus Christ.
I'm borrowing this again.
Sure.
Okay.
Pop it all the way out.
Can you
all the
hear
way
me,
out.
Veronica?
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
So, I gotta get me one of those.
Trying to fix you, but it's not. It's
What
too
about
slippery.
this
It was on the thing worked better.
Yeah, on the
Oh yeah, but here.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah. So the question was, where is Ragnar?
Yeah, basically, like where exactly, if he happens
And
to know.
Cromlech says, they say she dwells in Tuscany.
Tuscany is like a region, or is it a city?
This is not working.
Oh, it's a city. I thought it was a region. Okay.
She has transformed the city hall into
No,
cold
wait.
keep.
What was it?
He says they say she has transformed the city hall into cold keep.
Okay. Now here's a really weird question for you. That you
That
might be
frosty
able to answer.
bitch.
Frosty bitch.
She claimed that these dragons were her children. And the
Mm-hmm.
only other guy who I know had dragon children
It's dead.
is dead. And let's just say he and I have a weird relationship. How the hell is she making dragon babies?
He's not gonna
He looks at you and goes, I do not know the ways of your people.
He was like, I just.
I don't know the ways of squishy flesh creatures.
Flesh creatures.
And it turns and it walks over and it picks up the base of the pedestal that the orb was on. And it walks over and it goes, if you would please leave my home.
No.
Okay.
Okay.
Wait, can we ask for directions?
I would
Or
think
do y'all
between
know
us,
where
we
you
probably-
going?
We found our way to this. We can probably find a way to scan it.
All right.
Well, Seagrim didn't
Well,
really
we were
grow up in this area.
and
though.
we were tracking
She
Ragnar.
was on the
That's how we
city
found our way.
streets.
Why did
Um,
he pick up
Worst
the
case,
base
she has elder like powers probably at this point. Like just
True.
trying to find the beacon that
Makes
she's
sense.
Can you just?
making.
Why did he pick up the base of the pedestal?
Because it's picking up the mess.
Yeah.
Now
Oh.
it's walking
okay.
over to the pile of wasted, used treasure, and it's piling it onto the base of the pedestal, and it's walking over to the cave mouth and going, and he's walking back and he's taking the rubble and he's think of anything that looks like it might be worth something.
There was nothing.
To someone stupid.
There was a lot.
Well, he doesn't seem to be liking anything that's in here anyway.
Okay, we'll just get out of here.
Thank you.
Thank you for letting us use your home for food.
So you actually watch it. It looks at the cave mouth like this, and it looks at each of you, and it goes like this. And then he reaches up and he grabs the top of the cave and he goes, and it comes crashing down.
Wow.
I
Good.
love
Put us on
And
top.
as it does, a big chunk lands on its hand, but it doesn't move. But one of its fingers
Yay.
breaks off,
Aw.
and it rolls right up in between you.
I'm gonna pick it up.
Which finger?
Yeah, wait, I'm gonna
Which
touch
finger?
it. Which finger?
The forefinger,
I'm
the
gonna pick it up.
index finger.
I come over and I touch it, even though I was just yelling at you not to touch things.
You drop.
I'll put it up.
The dust is settling.
Put it up.
It's day night. Whatever.
I mean, but how big is it?
Yeah, how
though?
big,
How big
one
is it?
Like,
finger?
it's very
It's about the
large.
size of your fist.
I'm taking it.
Okay, you're gonna take it.
And at that moment,
Wait, do I feel
the
anything?
sun just comes up on the horizon,
Nice.
and the sort of pink light of dawn spreads, and you realize you're happy to be alive.
Sigrun is closing her eyes and turning her face to the sun.
I think we all are.
I'm just going to use Elder Sense to pick up any Elder energy.
Okay.
Mostly to give us a sense of direction that
Um,
you guys can all can't.
I'm gonna start burying my brothers.
What did you just roll?
2 zeros.
I think that's technically
It's
100.
100.
Is it
That's
100?
That's 100.
That's a
You hear-
hundo.
You hear a voice in your head quite clearly says, "Run."
Oh no.
Oh no.
From the phone.
Right.
Oh no.
Run. I don't know where. Run. Something happening soon. Don't know where.
So what direction do you
Help! I still have 3 hit points.
Kajal, pick up Secret.
Or
Okay.
Agnes, turn into something that can carry me.
I'll pick
Wow.
it up.
Turn into a bear. You always talk about turning into a bear. Can we ride you as a
Do I
bear?
have any idea of what direction we would go?
She never-
Very, wait, hold on. Veronica has a very important question.
Yes.
How many people can fit on a bear?
One.
Good question.
One.
Only one?
Okay.
I
Okay,
would
take
argue
Secret.
Well,
two.
1 and a halfling.
1 and a halfling.
Yes.
Take a
So
Oh, bless that.
Is
That was
Agnes-
the best pun tonight.
That was
That
does
was
Agnes,
very
does
good.
Agnes transform into a bear?
Master approves.
Yeah.
Agnes is gonna try and do
Did you
some,
intend to, or was it
No,
an
I
accident?
did not intend
I can't
to.
hear her.
She always knows which way is north, but they haven't decided which way they're going, so she's just
We're
gonna
just
try
running.
and
So okay,
Do I have
so
any idea what direction?
yeah, so you have a sense that you were tracking. If I remember at the beginning of last session, I said you were tracking southwest.
Yes.
Okay.
So you know that Tuscany is in fact southwest.
Okay, so
Yeah, just keep going.
But you start running in that direction, the ground starts to shake, and the whole tower crumbles into dust and comes crashing down.
Oh man.
I was just putting it in that direction, but yeah.
Yeah.
I thought we were going
And
I got
and there's a huge
Sorta.
pile of rubble, and it just comes
which
crashing.
way did it
down.
fall?
It,
Down?
it falls.
Just in.
It
Then like
turns-
collapse.
it's like the mortar disintegrated. Just
controlled demolition.
Yeah, right?
It's like controlled
Some
down.
dynamite.
I'm
in there.
gonna say a silent prayer that my brothers will make it to Valhalla.
And many of them are actually buried.
That's what I'm saying. That's exactly
No.
why I'm having that.
Yeah.
I'm doing that.
And the sort of once the sunlight hit the tower, it completely disintegrated. Are you continuing west?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What time of day is it?
It's just
It's just
Just
dawn.
dawn.
It's dawn, right?
Can somebody give me a survival check with advantage, presumably?
I will.
You rolled a good one earlier.
Yeah.
Best offered to roll.
sure.
15.
15. That's with advantage.
Yeah.
You think you have actually picked up some footsteps, and you think it's the same tracks that led you here in the first place.
Share.
I think I see footsteps. Like see them, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so I point them out.
Yep. And
everyone.
it's basically the same 3 or 4 foot tracks that had led you here when you were presumably tracking Ragnar Coldbane.
Last
And they're
time.
the same as the ones that we saw before.
Okay, well, that put us in a trap last time.
No, it brought us to a place where she had frequented.
Yeah, it wasn't a trap.
That wasn't a trap. We
Or-
weren't supposed to
It
do what we
became a
did.
trap.
And didn't anyone hear what was
Oh,
said?
and you don't think Tuscany's gonna be a trap too?
Oh, this guy's where she is.
Exactly.
And that's where we're going.
Exactly.
Morgan, at that moment, you actually feel a kind of piercing pain in your head, and you
Oh,
hear
no.
a dragon screech, and you hear the beating of wings.
Are we
And then-
running? We're
Is
running.
anyone,
We're
is
running.
anyone else here, or just me?
No, it's in your head. And for
Really?
a moment, you actually had the sensation that you were flying
Ooh.
600 feet up, many, many, many leagues south of there. But then you lose the sensation.
Okay, well,
Can you-
the
Picking up
dragon's,
dragon radio.
Is
the
this
dragon
south,
is heading
southwest?
there.
Or
I
are
don't
we? Can we group ourselves? Because I like.
I don't think we're on this stage
You're not.
anymore.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Alright.
There, you fled.
All right.
I mean, I'm just saying, if we're running, Agnes is definitely gonna turn into something that runs better.
Okay.
Can
Well, you're
Sigrun ride on her back because she's like,
Secret
You
really
need,
needs some
you
help.
need to tote.
I have 3 hit points.
Are you still running though? Because I think it would have been pretty clear to Morgan
It's far
No,
away
the
now.
threat was the tower.
threat
was
So
the
we're
tower.
not right.
Okay.
Yeah, we're not
Yeah,
right.
so he would probably say like, well,
But then you immediately have a sense after this
Yeah.
strange dragon simpatico, you have this sense that the moment of rapture and contact is lost, and whatever sort of elder epiphany you had based on that roll had dissipated.
okay, well the dragon is probably
Interesting
there.
that it told us to run. It saved us that time.
Well, my
was
elders,
it?
my elder
It's
says. I don't even know who my mom is. Okay.
It's a joke. You were saying it was elder mom.
Oh, well maybe my elder mom is much nicer than my elder dad.
Maybe.
So what I need to know is where you're going from here.
Just
Where do I go?
Apparently.
Which direction are these tracks going?
Southwest.
So we're following.
Because we know she's got a connection with the other god, so we know she needs to die. But
I
if
would
we need a
recommend
reason
we-
to do this, it's because we know she's elder connected.
Elder connected.
And we kill anything elder connected.
Yep.
Right. And
No,
Seagram's
we
getting
have
the increasing sense
Shit.
that this is something she has to confront.
You know what,
so-
guys?
Yeah.
Before we get to Tuscany, we need to induct them. That has to happen.
What?
Yeah, we
Into
do.
the red
Do
banner.
you say this out loud?
No.
We'd
This
probably,
is-
we probably discuss
This is
that
a-
on
this would be a
the side
personality.
during some
While
of
we're
the
Well, we
like
need to
sitting
do
to
that.
dinner,
That's
they
something
like
we have to- so we need a
scurry off
private
and
chat.
have a private chat.
So
Do we-
Veronica, they're talking about
I heard.
inducting.
Okay, well,
Inducting into
Well,
the
she wouldn't know
Batman
about it either because
Yeah,
it's
three
Morgan would
original
recommend
members
we
and
don't
three
follow
new
the
members.
tracks to a T, but only because we don't want to follow her. Exactly.
I think we need to
Like,
build
keep
a
them-
little.
keep them in mind, like basically off
Right.
the beaten path.
Right.
follow them, but
Kinda
not
run, like-
on top of them.
Yeah.
Right, run parallel to
Could we
them.
build a lean-to and take a rest so that?
Only the
Well, the
amount
first
of traveling
night
we're
we-
gonna be doing.
Yeah.
The
Considering
first
traveling,
night
that
we would
happen.
take, yeah,
Okay.
Yeah, we
The
take
first
full
night would
rest.
probably be after like a couple hours of walking just to get away.
Yeah.
probably
Like the
rest
nearest
as soon as
shelter.
possible.
Like the
because-
nearest good shelter, like a
We
small
need
cave.
In
to.
fact, you
I'm pretty
stop
low.
at the with an inkling that it's becoming slightly warmer.
Um,
And
I
you
rolled a
start-
92 because he's curious about that dragon when they ate dragon earlier, so he's
Yeah.
trying to get something back on that later. That's probably when they rested.
Yeah.
He's thinking
Yeah.
about it.
So you get this distinct impression that your companions and you did something really, really foolish.
Okay.
Nice.
He's gonna keep that private.
Eating the dragon.
Eating the dragon.
I'm not gonna feel badly about that meta because I think Monjoy would have done such a thing.
Well, yeah.
Like
So Meadow
eats a lot,
It-
and
it-
she would feel like that was a
Do
type
we
of
feel-
you
revenge
also
to
needed to
consume
eat.
We
it.
also
Yeah.
need to eat.
The
Yeah.
thing is, like, as a player, like, yeah, that's stupid, guys, but let's be real, our characters would have said, like,
Yeah.
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 you're 100% right. We're all been like,
Yeah.
we haven't had a real meal in days.
Well,
Yeah.
and
Yeah, I mean, meta, I also didn't think it was a good idea, but
Right.
if you're desperate,
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Exactly.
Meta Morden's probably fine.
Yeah, you're probably okay. Well, you can all save our asses when it ends up turning
Only two
on
of
us.
us failed.
When we all become
Yeah, that's
zombies
true.
later.
So when it turns on me later,
So tell me what you do
For the dice.
remember our friendship.
this first night that you camp.
Well, we would discuss how we're gonna.
I would have probably done the elder thing, like, looking at everyone, and then we probably, after I'm in your elder trance, they'd probably be like, hey, we should talk. And like, three of us would probably leave for briefly, go probably be
liaison to figure out.
Wait, I thought you were saying that even those of us who supposedly passed the Constitution check felt really. Or,
No, he didn't say
He had-
anything about how we felt. He
he had a
just
sense.
asked and then took
Oh,
note.
your friends. He didn't
Right.
specify which friends. Okay.
Yeah, no.
Yep.
All right.
Because remember, I rolled a 22.
I'm just gonna write down what I rolled, just for the record, which was
And for all
21.
you know, the whole Constitution check was a ruse.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
But they
just
would
writing
probably
it down.
maybe 10 yards away would probably be like, hey, let's talk about initiation.
It's time.
Well, he would start it.
Yeah. So we're gonna do that. We have to have that conversation.
Can
Yeah.
we have a ceremony? Because I'm super excited about this.
We're gonna have a-
I want my medal ceremony that I never got in Star Wars.
We'll get back to that at some point.
I know.
So we'll probably have a conversation.
Like,
Oh, I
probably
just-
off
and
table.
everything.
I'm gonna drink
What?
like someone's like
For want of
Cut
nothing
back
else
my
to
hair or
use, I
something.
think Seagrin would cut a little bit of fabric off of the scrap of Felgren's dress and kind of fashion little makeshift badges.
Right.
Out of
Oh, red banner. Nice.
right.
Damn.
That's cool.
So
At
you-
some point.
you use your red banner badge
to kind of
as
trace.
a
Wait,
template.
have a
Oh.
badge?
You all
Yeah,
have
we
Yeah,
all
they
that.
don't have
I wear mine around my neck everywhere we go.
This is getting better and better.
Secret
One
wears
thing
hers
we're
like
gonna
under
do-
her armor.
If we're gonna do the whole ritual, I don't recommend blood.
We're not doing the same thing. We can't do the same thing. Remember what? Oh
It
no,
has
I
to
don't
be
actually.
ours.
I don't remember. You have to remember from the session that she told you guys to do a new thing because we're the new generation.
But also, I mean, if we go, I'm saying we're trying to copy. Who knows what the fuck my blood would do? You all drank my
Do
blood.
like a
I
spit
We're not
swap
gonna
or
drink
something.
blood. I think we should swap blood though. I think like.
still don't think.
Over
my-
the fire. Cut hands over the fire.
Oh, it's spread on the fire. Yeah, I'm cool with that. We all just ate dragon.
Okay, if you want to talk about that, I think that was a bad idea in hindsight. I all got weird feelings from all of you. I can tell you too. I'm not gonna tell the new guys. I don't like the new guys that much. Except for the halfling.
I thought we had a special.
No, he said except for the halfling because she's nice.
You only like me for my short.
But
What
So-
do you not like?
It's
Oh,
what's
he's-
not to like?
he's only confiding in them.
I know.
I'm making
Okay.
fun of
So
me
tell
too.
me what you're doing.
So
haven't
I like the idea of
Saved your
fire
ass enough.
being involved
Yeah, obviously.
because I can make it. Sorry.
Do we want you to make the
Okay,
fire
you know
for
what?
that though?
I think
Sorry, that
that
was meta.
if we do, I'm thinking the whole spreading the blood thing, we should come up with some kind of written, like
Contract.
swearing and contract kind of thing.
Thumbprints.
Contract.
And I think that I would take this
How about we-
opportunity.
how about-
Maybe just a piece of paper with our thumbprints
Yeah.
in blood
Yeah, I was
without
gonna
any writing.
I would say, yeah. How
Because-
about we make a nice little red banner oath, and we all sign it with thumbprints and blood.
You could
Do you
write
guys wanna
something,
draw this
sign
up
it, and then burn it.
Before we play next at some point, and then you actually have the document.
And
And I think you should actually you should go to Staples and get a little ink pad.
In red
And you
ink.
should with
Do
red
all
ink,
your-
and I think you should duplicate it.
I'm here for
I think
that.
you should
Kidding,
put it
I
on
think
the
we should
bulletin
actually
board.
cut ourselves.
Yeah,
I would.
I
We might have to cut
Two.
ourselves. All we would need is a needle.
You would just go
But
pin for
I don't know if
and-
I'd be able to do it. Someone else would have to stab my hand.
Well, all I'm
You know what we
suggesting,
could do?
I think red ink is
Get those
perfectly
kids.
adequate.
Yes.
all I'm saying
All
is
you're
that I
saying.
think this is a real opportunity to produce an actual object, and it would be really cool for the game, and it's exactly the kind
Yeah.
of spooky occult shit that used to drive people nuts.
Yes.
About Dungeons and Dragons.
Yes.
Which
See,
I
blood.
think red ink is a red ink pad is perfect. Is good
Yeah,
enough.
yeah.
I know.
And I think that
That's
we
what
should
she just,
also
like,
shut up.
we
Shut
should
up,
also
we're not kidding
do
ourselves.
the like squeezing blood over the fire as the ceremonial part of it.
All right. Sounds good.
And kind of just explain that you have a choice.
Right.
You don't have to do
Yeah,
this.
we don't.
You
No.
don't have to do this,
But-
but you're kind of stuck in it now.
But
So do
if
do
you want to stay
Right,
and
You
help
have to.
us,
right.
this is something
Do
that
you
needs to
explain
happen.
to them what the red banner is?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
At this
And
point,
I imagine
right
Agnes,
now?
Agnes had already heard of the red banner, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So she's.
I would look
But
out
had
for that
Madry heard
stuff.
of it?
But
Would Madry have heard
I
of it?
doubt it.
I don't
yeah,
think
no,
they
I
would.
don't think I would have.
Yeah, I doubt it.
Didn't
But now
we
you
talk
know the
about?
Well,
basis
yes.
of-
Wait, no. Well, would they have been? Because
It's
it's
been
hearing
mentioned.
stories about them
Yeah,
is what
yeah.
brought me to Londonos.
Yes, yes,
Oh.
yes,
So
yes.
possibly people reference
So
the group
the
as
Monjway is the
such.
Us, they
only one
reference
No,
us.
Monjway, we talked about this. Monjway had heard tale of them.
Yes,
I don't
she
know if
had.
she'd heard them talked about as the Red Banner, though. That's what I'm not sure about.
Yes.
So
And
I
her-
really
and the
leave
story
that to
she
your
heard to
call.
be about almost anyone who fights.
That's why she went to Londonos.
So
So
you have basically done an ad hoc ritual to unite as
Under one banner.
yeah,
Of red.
the continuance, the living heritage of the Red Banner League.
leave.
Yes.
Wait, we haven't done the ritual yet, right?
No.
We're doing that next session.
Well,
Well, I think that's when
you're gonna
we're
produce the object.
gonna try and
Oh.
do the thing, but we're talking
Oh,
about
we're
talking
how it
about
going
happened.
ahead and doing
Probably
Yes.
in travel
Oh, I
time.
want to actually swear an oath and all of that.
Yeah.
Well, we're gonna
course.
write it up.
I think you
Okay.
should write the
You can write it up and
Yeah.
like do it right before next.
Also,
session.
I would take this night because we're in Scandia and you guys saw my people. I would tell the three of you, well, no, the two of you,
Yeah,
because you
so I
know
would
it
already know.
I would tell you my backstory and why I've got the tattoos
Oh.
and why I got the shaved head and
Okay.
why I don't want to be here.
And
Well,
why
you'll have to
Glory is
actually
everything.
tell me because I don't know your backstory.
I'll send it. I can send it to you.
Okay.
This is you read it, right?
Yeah.
Alright.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So then, do you bed down for the night
Yeah.
Yeah.
and resume the journey in the morning?
Yeah.
And then I would think I would tell them if we're doing the ritual, then I would tell them my backstory.
Assuming you accept.
Yes.
Being that we're
So I'm
hunting.
guessing everyone accepts.
Yeah,
I would
accept.
actually think
Yeah.
that would be part of the ritual is sharing.
Yes,
Sharing.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, I
Yeah.
guess this is the point where you guys will learn.
Okay, so next session.
Which means Seagrin would also share hers.
Right, if we're doing
I know shit.
if we're
like,
doing
I
the
really
ritual
need
in
to
real
feel good
time
for
next
you.
session,
Okay.
we'll do like an
Okay,
ad hoc
alright,
Ragnar.
session.
So
Her
then
connection
let's
to Ragnar.
Okay, so we gotta be
Especially-
ready to give the abbreviated
Yeah, versions of
of
the
our
backstories.
backstories.
Yes. Mine
verbally.
is a briefcase,
Okay.
so no worries.
Yeah, mine is rather.
It's already
So here's
not
where I
very
want
long.
to end the session. About 2 hours into your walk, into your hike the next morning, you find the carcass of Felgren Redlock mauled by a dragon,
Shit.
and it had fallen
I'm not
more or
surprised.
less on the tracks
I'm not surprised
of
at all.
Ragnar Coldbane.
Damn it.
Well, at least we know the dragon's headed in the same direction. Although, didn't it screech something about that anyway?
No, that was in his head.
Oh, okay.
And I know it's
Seagrin would
said.
want to bury her.
I would offer to help.
And but when they first find her, I think she'd kind of crumble a little to her knees, just
Yeah.
because after everything,
Mhm.
Yeah.
and I think she'd just say
Having
in a
saved her
very
twice.
unnaturally calm voice, "I'm going to kill her."
Oh yeah.
Oh!
Yes.
Nice.
And see.
Inspiration!
And see.
So we will play next in Turascani.